Hello, welcome back. Hello, welcome back. I just got to make sure I get that out there because I've never really done this much stuff before. Today we're just going to be continuing what I did on Thursday, which is ranking every goddamn Pokemon. There's a lot in this list because it includes, as you can see, like... Whoa, what the hell? Why is that? Okay. No idea why that was happening. There's a lot in this list because it includes things like the Gigantamax forms, Mega forms, regional variants, and all that other fun, jazzy stuff. So we get... I'm basically just going down the line and ranking all of them, how much I like them based on primarily their design. Occasionally it'll be something like, oh, I had this one as like the first Pokemon I got to level 100 or something like that. But for the most part, it's me just sitting here thinking, yeah, I think this looks cool, or no, this looks fucking stupid. That's basically the range between S and F. So the last video, or the last live stream I did, I ended with Gen 5. Yeah, I got through Gens 1 through 4. And those are probably the big heavyweight ones. The ones that feature the most Pokemon in them. So this one probably won't be as long of a stream. I might take a little more time to explain some choices. Because I won't lie, between Gens 3 and 5, or around the times I kind of got out of Pokemon, so I don't have as much to say about those. But we'll see how this all goes and how this works out. I already got through a lot of like the Mega Evolutions and stuff because they really wanted to get back with nostalgia on those things. So we're mostly going into the ones that are like the new Pokemon for those sorts of things. But yeah, S tier I got, let's see, 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 22. I got 27 S tier. That's actually more than I thought, but these are all fucking great designs. I like all of these right here for sure. All of these ones are pretty good too. Some of y'all might not agree with my decisions, but I don't care. This is my list. And then we got B tier, which is probably the biggest tier because a lot of Pokemon designs are just okay or good. C tier could be a little bit better, or in the case of like Lickitung, they disturb me. D tier, I hate it, go away, don't touch me. And then F tier are just like, you either didn't try or you tried way too hard. So, and yeah. So, with that, we start with Gen 5. The one generation I've probably played the least out of all of them. I haven't picked up, I think Diamond and Pearl is Gen 5, right? No, that was Gen 4. This was Black and White. So, yeah, I played Black for like 10 minutes, I think. So, that's my experience with it. I have more experience with X and Y with a lot of these Pokemon. We'll see what happens, though. Starting off, we got Snivy. Give me just a sec. I'm going to pull up all of the Pokemans just so I make sure I don't forget a name. Because, as I've said, I don't know every single Pokemon. I just know most of them. Because I am nerd, hear me roar. So we're starting things off with Snivy. Snivy is kind of cute. Especially as far as, like, grass-type Pokemon go. I mean, it's certainly better than Chikorita, in my mind. And Chikorita's not bad. Like, I mean, you compare the two, they look kind of similar. It's just Chikorita, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with. I don't know. I'd probably put them closer to like where Turtwig is. I think they're about comparable. Turtwig actually is a little bit cuter though, so I'll put Turtwig in front of Snivy and just kind of leave it there. Then it's Servine. Kind of elegant looking, kind of regal looking. It's about the same, I'd say. It's kind of like a Ivysaur, Venusaur, or about this. Like, these two are just kind of comparable. This just looks like a better version of that in a way. But then you got Superior, and it is superior in a lot of ways. This one actually reminds me a lot of, like, Dragonair for obvious reasons, and I think I like the design as much. Like, this is Dragonair, this is Dragonair if it was a grass type. Like, that's just kind of cool. So I think these two fit right alongside one another. Tepik is adorable. I like Tepik. Tepik's probably an A tier. I think it's probably closer to like Chimchar. It's just a cute little piggy. Really cute. Then it's evolution Pignite. Not as much. I mean, it's okay. I think it's probably like Combuskin, where it's just like it feels like it doesn't fit as much to me. So we'll just put it right there with Combuskin. And finally, Emboar, which Emboar is dope. Like, that's up there with these bad boys. I'm personally partial to fire-type Pokemon. Like, if I were to be a gym leader, I'd probably be like Blaine or something and be fire-type. I'd have one or two other Pokemon in there that weren't fire-type, like probably like Houndoom or something. But if I had to be sequestered to a single type, it would probably be fire. So you probably notice a lot of like more fire types like in each of my lists. But I like to think I have a wider range than just that for most of it. So next up, we got Oshawott. Oshawott is a cute little otter, and Oshawott is just as good as Totodile. I love this little guy. He is adorable. Just look at him. Look at him. Like, yeah, Floatzel is, or Buizel is pretty cute. This little guy is adorable. Like, look at that little guy. He's just so cute. His evolutions aren't that great. Duat is okay. I think it's another one where, yeah, it's one of those where it feels like it works as the evolution, but it feels like it doesn't fit with the other ones. The difference being with fucking Samurott, like, what the hell happened? Why did they suddenly decide, hey, this one needs 4 legs? Why? What point is that? I don't know. Something about this one just never looked good to me. I'm actually going to put it right lower than... Yeah, I'll put it right there. That just doesn't look great, so... I don't know. Alright, next up, we've got Patrat, right? That's what you are? Yeah, because they were Watchog. I like the eyes. The eyes are really good. I think it kind of works well for the, like, laser focus they're sort of trying to go for. Otherwise, it's just an okay design. So I think a low B tier next to Bidoof, probably, for that one. Then Watchog, like, this one feels more like you gotta watch out for some shit, and it looks cool, it looks cute, so I think this one will definitely be... Oh, my lo-fi finally started kicking in. Okay, this one is probably going to be higher than Patrat. I just don't know how high. Like, it's probably still a high B tier, if anything. I think next to Loudred. I mean, it doesn't have a big mouth, so it doesn't fit alongside these boys, but I think it just, yeah, these ones all look kind of cool to me. Like, I could see the same trainer having these 3 and being like, yeah, this is my cool team. Let's see. Lillipup is adorable. Or you're not Lillipup, are you? What are you? You are Lillipup, okay. I thought I had that right, but Lillipup is just adorable. You are definitely an A tier with your cute little fuzzy face. You're about as fluffy looking as Mega Eevee, and I think I like how fluffy you both look. So, yeah, you two are pretty close. Herdier is a little bit of a step down, if you ask me. Like, it's okay. It's not great. But I don't think I want to put it, like, low B tier. Like, it's better than some of these that I'm looking at in the B tier. Well, I guess if I had like a choice between certain Pokemon, like I would go more with some of these. I think it's about what your Skitty is, honestly. Like, those two are just kind of cute. Like, it's a cute dog. What do you expect? It's a dog with a mustache. It can't get too much cuter than that. After that, we got ourselves Stoutland. That's right. And Stoutland's pretty cool. Like, Stoutland gets right back up there. I think because this is one of those where it's like they went a little further with it. Like, gave him the long chops, the huge gray coat. Like, those are cool things. Those are pretty fun to have in there. But I think it just works a little bit alongside Lillipup. So yeah, these two are probably comparable to one another, and I'd probably put them right next to each other, because I would love to have either one of these in real life. Partly because Lillipup is just adorable and I want to smush into his face, and Stoutland is big enough to ride. So imagine riding into battle atop this majestic steed. Next up, we have Purloin. As far as another cat design goes, it's kind of unique. Like, if you compare it up here to, like, Skitty. Where did Skitty go? Skitty's right here. Like, if you compare these two, they're very distinctly different cats. I think Skitty's just a little bit cuter. So you're definitely, like, lower on the B tier, but not that much lower. I think I'd probably prefer you to Gigantamax Butterfree. And then its evolved form of Liepard is elegant as all shit. This is what Persian should have been. Like, look at these two. Just if I can get them next to each other. Look at those two. Persian's okay. Liepard is dope. Like, you're definitely higher than I forgot Purloin. Hey Zach. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I don't know. Where do I want to put you? You are dope. I think you're a little less than Ditto. Ditto is just, you can be whatever you want, so we'll put you there. That looks good to me. Pansage. Pansage this is where we get the three monkeys. I think I like Panpour the most, personally. It's just something about it looks really cute to me. Broccoli and Poop Swirl. Of the three of those, yeah, I think I like it the most. So you're probably the B tier of the three, right next to like Sudowoodo, because you just look like a green monkey. You're not bad. Your fucking pompadour looking evolution. I can't take this one seriously. Like, it's hilarious how serious I can't take it. Like, Leafeon is just let's add a leaf to Eevee. This one is just let's give Pansage a fucking pompadour. It's weird and stupid. You are a little bit higher, I'd say, than that. I think that's my Pokemon fire type bias coming through, but not by much. Like, I would still prefer like a Bonsly or hell, even you over this. Your evolved form creeps me out. I think it's the way the hands are being held, like in this render. And, like, every render I've seen of it just looks like it does that. So, it just looks like he's looking around to try and touch all my stuff. So, yeah, you're like Magby. You're around here. You all got something creepy about you. You have weird feet, you have weird fingers, and you have weird lips. Panpour, yeah, you are definitely higher up. I think it's still B. They're all about the same, but I think it's still a B tier. I like it more than about here. I think, yeah, that'll work better. Just because I like Meryl a lot and I like this a lot, and I would probably like have a genuine like, do I want this over this? Meryl would probably win because fairy typing with Azumarill, and I think Meryl has it too. But just for the dual typing, it would probably win in like a discussion of who do I want in the game itself. But in terms of design, I just like how they both look. So your evolved form looks a little weird to me. Like, it looks almost a little worse. I think it's about the same as the Pompadour one, so I like it a little bit more. But something about the design is not great to me. I think it should have just stayed with the three little monkeys instead of them evolving into three slightly bigger ones. Next up is Munna. Munna is weird. It's a big pink ball with flowers on it that's like a psychic type. I thought it was supposed to be fairy type. Oh wait, no, fairy type wasn't a thing yet. No, that was next gen. That was Gen 6. Okay, yeah, either way. I don't know, something about it just looks like they didn't do a lot with this, but It's not terrible. It's probably like a Voltorb. Whereas its evolution with Musharna, however you pronounce it, this is kind of weird and cool. Like, it's a weird thought psychic cloud bubble thing, and like that's a cool way to take it. It's certainly better than like, oh, it's mana but slightly bigger. Like, yeah, it has that, but it has this coming out too, and that makes it cool. So it's like better than the Wigglytuff and Clefaibles of the evolutionary chain. Still not huge on it. Just something about the coloration. It weirds me out a little bit, I guess. So I think I like the weird fire friends a little bit better. It's better than just unicorn on fire, at least. Then we got Pidove. Pidove is a pigeon. Why'd you name it a dove? It's better than Pidgey because it looks a lot more distinct. Like Pidgey looks like it could be a real bird. Pidove is stylized enough that, yeah, it could be a real bird, but you can tell more that it's a Pokemon. So I like it more than Pidgey in a lot of ways. Wherever the hell I put Pidgey on this giant ass list. I think that's the problem with me breaking it up over 2 days. I lose where all the Pokemon are. There's Pidgey. I definitely like it more than Pidgey. So I think it's actually low B tier for me, honestly. I like it a lot more than a lot of these. I think right about here will work for that. It's cute. It's like I would want one as a pet, or be that guy in New York who has like the giant cage up on top of the up on top of your apartment building and just has 1,000 of them. Like, that'd be pretty cool. But I cannot say the same for either of its evolutions. Like Tranquil, just I don't know. It looks like they tried to take it and do the Pidgeotto route, but they didn't know what made Pidgeotto work well. So this one definitely is a step down, probably close to Tailo or Swellow, or whichever one this one is. I think it's Swellow. Then you gave it a variant for like gender. This one looks a lot cooler. This one's just kind of basic and boring. Honestly, yeah, it's low C tier for me. It's, I think this is the male variant. I'm gonna double check that. Yeah, it's the male variant, and the male variant just the sweepy and the colors, like those look cool. I wish there was more of that in like the previous evolution with Tranquil. That would have been cool, but no, we got what we got, and then this one's actually I like a little bit more than Pidove. So it'll actually be right about there. Just because it's another case of they tried something to add a little bit more flavor and style to it, and it worked. Whereas with like Pidgeot and Pidgeotto, they just made slightly bigger bird. Pidgeotto's, I will admit that me putting Pidgeotto as high as I did here, or that's Pidgeot. Where'd I put Pidgeotto? I know I put Pidgeotto up higher. Was it just in high B tier? Yeah, Pidgeotto and Pidgeot being as high as they are up here is probably rooted a bit in nostalgia, because they were the first bird Pokemon that I saw, because I played Red and Blue when they came out. But something about their design to just scream bird Pokemon to me. This one is just wild enough that it doesn't quite read bird in a way. I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. Next up, we got Blitzel, little lightning horse zebra. It's kind of cute. I kind of like it more than some of these. Probably around where Starly is. Actually, I look at this and I think like, no, you two switch. Actually, you're a little shit nose. And then Zebstrika is kind of the same as Blitzel, just with a lot more spiky spikes. And this is one where I feel like they could have toned it down a little bit. Blitzel is like just perfect in a way. Add a couple more spikes here and there. This one was just like, okay, add so many more spikes. I like you right around here. You're like, these two are kind of cool just because they're Kiss. Roggenrola. Little ball that... This isn't an eye, it's its ear. Which I don't get. Why not have two and be on either side? But whatever. Yeah, no, this little pebble is just okay. Like, at the very best. It's probably close to Geodude overall, so... Where'd I put Geodude? Couldn't have been very high. Because Golem is right there. Graveler is down here. There's Geodude. I think I like Geodude a little bit more just because you can clearly tell what's what. Like, I didn't know this was its ear for the longest time. This one is kind of neat. Like a step up from Roggenrola. It's probably close to Golem in terms of overall aesthetic. Yeah, that's actually right about where I would put it. It's a little more defined what everything is. I think those are still technically its ears, but whatever. But it looks like something, a rock monster, as opposed to just, oh, I'm 3 rocks stacked on top of one another. Woo. Then you got Giggleth. Like, holy hell, Giggleth is a fucking monster. Like, this thing is dope as all hell, and I think it's actually pretty high up. Like Relicanth is up here. It's got to be next to that, because this looks like an ancient thing to me. Like, you go into a Temple of Doom situation, and this is what you have to face. It just works. Something about this design just works well for me. Woobat is small and adorable. It's little fuzzy face and cute little nose and buck tooth and all of that. It's about oddish. Like, it's a little bat oddish. So I'd probably compare the two of those. Your evolution, Swoobat, on top of just adding an S onto the name and not really doing much beyond that, it's just a lame. They added too much. Like, they combined the ears, they gave it wings, they gave it a weird magnet tail. No, this is a D tier just because they tried too much. Like, it's another one where they tried to add a little too much. So I think it'll go here. What was I thinking putting Zigzagoon down here? Zigzagoon's going up a tier to there, because, like, yeah, I like, where'd it go? I like these ones a lot better just because the coloration works and they're, like, a little bit more meh. But Zigzagoon is still cute, so I would at least put it as a low C tier. Next up, we got Drillbur. Drillbur. I forget Drillbur exists. Like, it looks more like a Digimon almost to me, but it's cute. It's fine. Right there. Excadrill is dope. It's a spike badger. Like, this is just cool. This is B tier for sure. Probably right here next to Kangaskhan. Yeah. I like them about equally. Kangaskhan gets like the factor of like the baby, but this thing gets... It has spikes for a nose, for a hat, and for claws. Like, this thing looks like it could morph into a drill at any point and break into any bank. Like, that's what it would do in the Pokemon universe. Next up, we got Audino, which, if memory serves, Audino is Claude's favorite. I think Audino is cute. Not fantastically cute, though. Still B tier, probably, like high B tier, because it's just adorable. Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit low Piplup for me. Like, it's kind of cute. It's about it. It just looks okay. Like, I honestly think that the Mega Evolution is a little bit better, just because... Like, this almost looks like just a straight-up evolution for Audino instead of a Mega Evolution. And I kind of wish it was a straight-up evolution, because that would work out well, but that's not what we got. So, Timber. Timber's cute. Cute little guy. Not much else. The fact that it, like, potentially is born with a piece of wood is a little weird. I don't know. It's about the same as Machop. I think I like Machoke better than both of you either way. Girder is where you start losing me pretty quick with this guy. Like, if if Timber is a B tier, Girder is definitely a low C tier, like below Nosepass and Dugong even. I like how its wood evolves into metal. Like, this guy knows alchemy from, oh, fuck, what's that called? Full Metal Alchemist. I can't believe I forgot that for a sec. And then Conkeldur's no, you're slightly better than Mr. Mime, but not by much. Next up, we got Tympole. Tympole is adorable, probably close to... What song is... Tympole's with Poliwag. What song is this? Oh, it's Ocarina of Time. Okay. I'm like, why the fuck was there a chicken? Anyway. There we go. I can hear it now. Then we got Palpitoad. It looks like it's got tumors. Like, both of these just... They make me upset because they look sick, like they have tumors. And I don't necessarily like that. So these both are going to be D tier. Palpitoad will be slightly higher because it's weird little goofy grin. Probably right there. And then Palpitoad, or what are you? You're Seismitoad. Okay. You're slightly better than all of these Mega Evolutions, I'd say. You're not a Mega Evolution, but you're might as well be. Sock and Throw, like these two, or Throw and Sock, I guess. These two are really cool, like in terms of fighting designs and getting more of a human one. Like Machop, and... Or not Machamp. Yeah, Machamp, I guess. Like Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, like those are kind of cool. These ones are more unified and it works really well. Both of these are definitely A tier for me. I would say they're actually right up here with Machamp. I say that Sock is the weaker of the two because my own reasons. But yeah, in general, these two are just really good. They look like Muppets, which is a little funny. And I kind of wish they almost were. But like this almost looks like Bert and Ernie dressing up to do some karate. And that's kind of cute. Swaddle, I forget you exist. You're basically just a slightly worse Wurmple. Your Swadloon is kind of cute. Because it's just like, oh, I'm so cold. And that one is definitely higher than those. But not by much. It's not like how with Caterpie and Weedle, their evolutions go up to straight up to like B tier versus C tier. This is probably more high C tier, like right next to Bayleaf. This is just fucking freaky and I love it. Like, Leave Annie, whatever. This is a praying mantis, and I love it. Like, it's probably mid B tier. I like it actually more than Exeggutor and Torterra. It looks awesome. This is one of the best bug Pokemon in terms of design, Venipede. Like, this is a pissed off bug, and I love it. This one is definitely up there. Not quite A tier, I'd say. It's still one that I don't think about. I'll put it next to Heracross. Like, these two will fuck you up, and that's awesome. It's Whirlipede. This is just that vehicle that General Grievous has in Star Wars Episode 3. That was Revenge of the Sith, right? Yeah, that was Revenge. I forget surnames of Star Wars movies. There's just so many of them now. But this is just General Grievous's car in that, and it's dumb for it to be a Pokemon. Your Electrode levels of dumb, but then you get Scolipede, and you are right up there next to Venipede. It's a little less just because like it's a little much, but it is a third evolution, so some of those get to be a little bit much, and I think this works out fairly well. Cottony is not great. I'd probably put it up next to Jumpluff, which is C tier right here. It's there's not much going on. It just looks like a cotton ball with some eyes. And, you know, that's okay. It's not great. It's low C tier. Whimsicott is fucking S tier. Like, look at this beautiful baby. Like, this is definitely something that you want to cuddle up with. I love the design of Whimsicott. I don't know what... It might just be the giant afro. It might be, like, the little horns, the cute little smile. I like it a little more than Meowth in general. Like, this is just adorable, and I love it. Then we got Petalil, which is another one that's just kind of okay. Petalil is probably... You're better than Glam Meowth, I'll say that much. And I'm around the same as Tropius. So, your evolution, Liligant... I never remember the names half the time, but Liligant is kind of up there. It's kind of cute. It's actually pretty close to Bellossom in terms of overall me liking it, I'd say. It looks regal as heck. It looks like a hula dancer before they actually went to Hawaii, and I'm surprised they didn't. I don't think it was in it in Sun and Moon. Yeah, it's right up there with Bellossom. Bellossom's a little cuter. I think that's more just nostalgia. I just like flower girls, I guess. Pardon me. Then we have some basic fish. Yeah, you're going right here with these guys. You're just okay. Sandile. Cute little crocodile. Cute little crocodile gets a C rank. Really high C, though. Crocodile, or Krokorok. That's what it was. You're about the same. Yeah, I'd say you're high C. Just because you're standing up, you're kind of nicer. But then they made Crocodile red and look even more pissed. Like, this is how you do an evolution. I almost wish it was the same color. Or at least this one got a little more red, so it was a nicer transition. But this one is a lot cooler, and... I'd probably say it's B tier for me, right next to Gabite. They actually kind of look similar, but no, this is just a much better crocodile-y sort of design. So, Duramaka, the original versions. I'll just put those right here because then we got all the regional variants with the new game. Regular Duramaka is kind of cute, but a little forgettable. You're probably right there with Whismur for me. This is like, what the hell happened? This looks like a third evolution, but there's no mid. Like, there's no like statue that gives him like a little extra legs or anything. It looks like a Chinese dragon float, and I know that's kind of what it's based off of. I don't know the actual name of the clay figures dolls that they're based on, but that's basically what this is in a lot of ways. I'll say that I like it a little bit more than Slugma. So we'll put it right there. That works. Then you got the ice variant, which is basically the same thing. Just, oh no, it's a little angry because it's cold. And it's got 2 little buttons instead of 3 little pins. This snowman on fire with like the 2 faces and stuff. Like, it's weird, but I strangely like it. I like it more than Ice Sandslash. Just because like it's weird typing. Like, isn't it fire and ice? Yeah, it's one of the few fire ice types out there, and that's just a cool way to do it. Like a snowman whose nose is fire. That's awesome. Then it's evolutions. Like this is just you, but like again, cold. I like it a little bit better because it just like looks like a Afro Yeti instead. And this one is just like this almost looks like the second evolution. Like I could almost see it going like this. Like you get a Larvitar, Pupitar, Tyranitar type thing going, but no, they made this like a one of you, but I like you better, and I'll put you right there next to your little cuter cousins or cuter versions. Next up, we have Miractus. We already had a cactus Pokemon. 2 of them. technically, because he had Cacnea and Cacturn, which I think I already wrote Cacturn up higher, maybe. I like Cacturn. Or not. Cacnea and Cacturn, yeah. Where's Cacturn? Cacturn's higher. Right? Please, he's in B tier? Where did I put Cacturn? What did I do with him? Did I put him below Cacnea? Yeah, I did. Looking at him now, that's fair. But Miractus is probably is the best of the 3 cacti Pokemon. And they're not even like of the same family, if you will. It's just, hey, we need another cactus Pokemon. Why? Because we can. But let's make this one cute instead of nightmare-inducing. Dwebble and Crustle are kind of neat conceptually. I don't know if they necessarily work as Pokemon. Dwebble works a little bit better. I think it's up there with like Krabby. Or Kingler, rather. Well, where did I put Kingler first? Corphish. Corphish is a good comparison. And Crustle is a little bit better just because, like, you go from just having a small rock to, like, sedimentary and all that other earth stuff. I don't remember geology that well. You're up there right there with Boulder and stuff like that. Like, they're about close together. They're about the same, so that one works for me. Scraggy is up there just because he's a cute little guy who has to hold up his pants. Like, that's kind of funny. I like it about him as much as Psyduck because I think these are both just dopey little guys. And that's just a cute idea. With Scrafty, it just feels like you're trying too hard to lean into like the almost punk angle that it was going for. And it just doesn't work out for me as well. So you're probably right there. Yeah, you're right here with these guys. You're okay. You're just not, you're not great. Sigilyph is weird as hell because it's like, it's one of those where it's like, it has a lot going on, and I don't know if I necessarily like how much is going on. But at the same time, it's harkening back to a specific style that ancient humans had for, I think it was, what was it? Was it the Aztecs? The Mayans? Something like that. So, like, it has historical significance as to why it looks as big and jank as it does. So I think I will put it, yeah, you're about a C tier. Higher than the Unknown, because the Unknown are good, but, like, are okay. But they just don't do enough with it. But at the same time, I don't know if I like you more than, like, Geodude or something. I'll put you right here. Right next to Little Leap, actually. I like... Somehow Kangaskhan Jr. coming out is better than that. Then we got Yamask. I'll save the second one for in a second here. Yamask is kind of a weird idea because it's like, I'm going to steal your face. Literally. Its design is okay. It's certainly one of the more unique ghost designs, I think. I'll put it right near here next to Claydol. Sarcophagus, holy shit. Like, this is high A tier at least. This is one of my favorite ghost Pokemon. Where's Dusknoir? There we go. We'll put you right next to these three, because these three are like, if I were to be a ghost trainer, these three are awesome, and they would have to be on the team. Just aesthetics alone make that happen for me. Then you got the Yamask variant for Sword and Shield, who turns into... where is it? Into this abomination. We'll get to that later. But this version of Yamask is basically the same. It's just instead of a face, it has a rock. And then a bunch of rocks come together to make more rocks. It's okay. Like, it's basically the same. It's just purple eye and a rock instead of a face mask, you know? This one understands the dangers of COVID. This one does not. Sea turtle. Tortuga and Caracosta. That's cute naming. Torterra. or Tortuga, sorry, is not bad. Squirtle is definitely a much better turtle Pokemon, and it stays up there in the A tier. I don't care what anyone says. I think it looks almost like a blue Grottle, like face structure and all of that. You are more badass, Caracosta, and you're probably up there with, yeah, I'd say you're better than Did I really put Crocodile in B? Yeah, I think that's okay. Archen is jank looking as hell, and I love it. I don't know what it is. Like, you're right up there with Hoot Hoot. This thing looks like it's feral. Like, okay, so Pokemon has had fossils from the beginning, like since the very first game. And it always weirded me out that it's like, oh, they can just perfectly recreate a fossil, no problems. Archen is the result of them fucking up the fossil process to me. Like, this is not how it's supposed to be. You fucked up somehow, and now you have to deal with this abomination of a chicken. But Archops or whatever, however you pronounce it, this one is... they just didn't try, or they tried too hard. I mean, like, this one is definitely way lower in terms of... It's actually right there with Sigilyph, and like how confused... Like, they both look like they belong to the same tree almost. This is Sigilyph without... Or the Sigilyph is this, but without feathers. I don't know. What do we got? Trubbish! The garbage Pokemon. It's me! I think everyone makes that joke at some point, and I've had my turn. I like you more than Cottony. I like you more than those. You're actually right there with Tangela. But Garbodor, this is an unhinged pile of mush. Like, it's one of its fucking hands is a like gas station pump, and that's just weird as hell, and I love it. It's definitely better than regular Trubbish. I like it more than Hypno, because Hypno is trash for a different reason. Because it looks like he will do dirty things. Zorua. Zorua. How do you pronounce it? Does it say? Tell me how to pronounce the name. Okay. I know that... I think this is one that's getting... It doesn't include that. Okay. I think this is one that's getting a variant with... Arceus Legends, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think I haven't really been following it that much because I don't plan on getting it right away. But this one is adorable. It's actually up there with like Lillipup, which where did I put you, little guy? I put Herdier there, so Lillipup's up here in A. Yep, it's right about there. I think I like Typhlosion a little bit more, but. Yeah, like, that's just a cute design. And Zoroark, like, it's up there with it. Like, this is a perfectly natural progression. If there was a mid-evolution, I wouldn't say no, anything bad about that. I think this is one that could have used a mid-evolution, but it doesn't, like, hinder it without it. So, yeah, this is just awesome to me. Minxino. This is like, Minxino. This is like one of those Pikachu wannabes. Like, they had Emolga this generation as well, but this one more closely follows the Pikachu style guide of like big ears, big eyes, all of that. It's okay. It's just a small chinchilla. I wish it was a little cuter, and I imagine that like its fur is super soft, but that's just based on chinchillas. I'll put you right next to Flaffy for that reason. And your evolution, Cinccino, you're worse than Flappy. You just get a little bit too much. Actually, like, right there. That seems about fair to me. Gothita's weird. I almost hate it as much as Mr. Mime, but not nearly as much. Probably there. These two are okay. They're just not that great. They're probably still D tiers, just because why would they need to make Lolita into Pokemon? Like, that's Goth Lolita. That's what these are. And it's just you're yeah, we'll do that. slightly better than the small tongue licky little Solosis, right? Yeah, Solosis is a ball with some balls and a cute. It's okay. It's Voltorb, just a cell. This is Duosion. It's a little bit better. Probably like right here. Reuniclus is like if you were gonna have like a DNA, or what is it supposed to be? Solosis is the cell Pokemon. Yeah, Solosis is the cell. So like these are like the mitochondria of the cell. The like one thing I remember from science. Reuniclus is awesome, especially when compared to these two, because this is just ball. This is just slightly lumpier ball. This is child who has unlocked the secrets of his own DNA. So yeah, this one is a high B tier for me, because like I will sit with Solosis just to get to Reuniclus. Like that's how much I like it. You're better than Porygon. You're better than Plusle and Minun, actually. Yeah, you're like way high in B tier for me. Then we have Ducklet. Is a bird. Small little bird. Kind of cute. Kind of okay. Where'd I put Bidove? Where's Bidove? It's around here somewhere. Bidove. There's Bidove. Bidove and Ducklet are about the same for me. Swanna is okay. Like, I think I like Duck a little bit more, and I get like the whole ugly duckling type thing, because that's obviously what they were going for. I like it a little less than Ducklet though, and they have the same little wave. That's cute. I'd say yeah, probably I like it better than Starly actually, so I'll put it above Starly. Why did I put Starly so high? Holy, I'm just looking at some of these other ones and I'm like, why are you higher than this and this? Starly's a C tier. I'm moving you way down. I'm tired of looking at you in that. You're right next to your little swirly wannabe cousin here. Vanillite is ice cream. Like these are all just ice cream. That's all they are. They're okay. Low C tier. I like them better than just balls. I'll put them next to these guys up here, because like it honestly looks like they could belong to some sort of similar family. I like the 2-scoop one a little bit more than all of that, just because it's like, oh god, what horrible abomination have we made? But yeah. Deerling. All of the Deerling are basically the same. It's just, you know, the season change with them. And they're cute. They're not bad. They're definitely better than like Giraffig or Stantler were, which those were those were D tier for me, just because I felt like they didn't do much. This one doesn't do a whole lot, but it's not like a weird wannabe deer. It's probably right there with Numel. And that goes for the other 3 as well. I think I like the pink one the most, just because the other ones feel more naturally earthy in a way. But each of these guys get their own ranking, because like they're just they each have different antlers. Like this is easily the best one. Like Weeping Willow antlers is just really cool. Like it's a neat concept. Probably right here with Shaman. The snow one obviously doesn't have as much, but it's still really cool because it gives like the extra tufts of hair around it in the chest. I don't know if it's as good as the... I think this is the fall one. I don't think it's as good as that. It's probably... Let's see... Right here, I'd say. In B tier. This one is the one where the spring one... Like, that's what this evolves into. It's not as great, you know. But it's understandable. I just wish they would have given, like, some flowers on the back or in the fluff or something like that. So it's high C tier for this one. Like, this is probably the weakest of the 3. I'll put you next to the other form of Shaman here. And this one's the middle ground. Like, if this one's a high C and this one is this one's right here, this one probably is above, like, right there. It's just, it's leaves. You put a tree on top of a deer, you monster. Next up, we got Emolga. Emolga. It's cute. Flying squirrel Pikachu, you know. I'd say right there with Pichu. Like, I like it more just because it's, like, more unique and it's not Pichu. But in general, I'd say Emolga is a little bit cuter. Then we got Carablast. It's okay. It's not even really okay. It's high D tier. Like, you're just above a teddy bear. This thing is weird as all hell. Like, it's a lot of disparate ideas trying to come in together in one. Because it's like, because you get it by trading these two, and depending on which one you trade is what you get back. Like, I'm just going to put these in together now. I like Shelmet. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. No, I'll wait until I get there to... Actually, where is it? Yeah, Shelmet and Exceligor. Like, these two are just... How do you get these from these? By combining them. Like, it's a little weird, but it works. So, I think Shelmet's the better of the two. I like it definitely more than Amistar. I like it more than Balls. I like it more than Nest Ball. I think it's right there. These two are probably low B tier. Just because they do a lot of cool stuff with their designs, and I just kind of like them. I'll put them right there. I like Exceligor a little bit more, so you'll be a little higher up. Yeah, I'm good with that. Fungus. There's a fungus among us. Yeah. Fungus is mushroom Pokeball. It's a weird idea, but I guess it sort of works. So, another one that's kind of like Voltorb, but at least it takes the idea a little bit further. Amoonguss takes it even further than that, and for that, you get at least a higher C tier ranking, probably below him. Whatever his name is, I forget it already. These are Frillish and Jellicent. They're okay. The fact that they have male and female variants are kind of nice. Low C tier. Just below some ice cream. And both of them are basically the same for me. You're probably right there with them. I actually like you a little less. This one gets bumped up at least to here just because of the mustache. Like, that's clever use of swoop. Alomomola. I've never tried to just say the name. You are the same as that heartfish. Love Disc. Where is that? You're just a little worse because they added fins. I'm going to actually make it worse than the moon. Joltik. These things are like this big. And it's adorable, and I like that. So you're right there with Spinarak, I'd say, actually, in general. Your evolved form, Galvantula, you are dope. You are pretty cool. You are definitely a bug that I would not want to mess with. Like, I'm okay capturing and releasing spiders or doing whatever if anyone needs it. This is one I wouldn't fuck with. I wouldn't go near it. I'd just be like, oh, it's in the bathroom? It owns the bathroom now. I think I'll put you right here next to Lavani. They're both like weirdly sharp and angular enough that it just kind of works out. Furrow Seed, right? Yeah, Furrow Seed. You're definitely better than Pineco, because Pineco is just a pine cone with eyes. Furrow Seed, I think, is probably right there with Fortress. They're about the same, actually, I'd say. But then you get this Feral Thorn. Like, why? Why not just make it wider? Why give it the weird tendrils? I just don't get it. So, I'm going to go ahead and put that one quite a bit lower. probably below Clefable, I'll say. Clink, clank, and clink, clunk. Clink, clunk, clink, 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 clunk, clunk, clunk. There's some gears. There's some really unimaginative ideas in certain Pokemon, and this is probably the one that's the most unimaginative to me. Your lowest D tier, like, there are a couple of gears. That's it, with a face. At least with Clank, they made it like a gear with like a gear body, and then they added the hoop onto this one. Like, at least this one's did more with it. They're not better by much. Like, I would probably say you're slightly better than Seismitoad here, and you're slightly better than Hoppip, or probably better than Quailfish. But this one is just as basic as they come, and it just doesn't work for me. Tynamo is just another dumb little fish. You're going to go right here. Electrike and Electros are horrifying, but not like this one. I'd at least be willing to put them in low C tier, because they are kind of imaginative, creepy-ass eel designs, you know? Elgium and Beheum. Those are weird names. These two they look like aliens. They don't look like Pokemon. They look like idols that an alien would make or something. I don't know. Point is, they're not that great looking. I like them a little bit more than Tyrogue. Actually, I like Tyrogue a little more than that one. That just looks like it's trying to be a private investigator. Litwick is great. Litwick is a choice design. I'd say it's probably A tier, right next to Bannet. Lampet? Yeah, Lampet is okay. It's a little bit of a step down from Litwick, just because, you know, I get where they're trying to go with it, but it doesn't look as good. It's probably like a Dusclops level thing. But then Chandelure is right up there with the other ghost Pokemon that I really like in the A tier. It's probably the weakest of these four in my mind, but it's a haunted Chandelure. Like, that's exactly what I would expect a haunted Chandelure in Pokemon to look like. It almost looks like a Heartless, honestly, which is honestly gives us some extra points. Then we got Axew. Axew was one of the first Dragon-type Pokemon that I really latched onto. Like, Dragonite was the first one. When I started getting back into Pokemon, Axew was one of the first ones that I was like, oh, you're cute. And then it just loses me, like, really quickly. Axew is probably a B tier. Probably right around Cresselia and Electivire, like somewhere in there. This thing just drops straight down to D. It's slightly better than Ugly Persian. This one at least has like the edgy badass look to it, so it kind of gets some points in its favor. I'll give it at least a C tier instead of a D tier. And we will put that right below Mega Rayquaza, or whatever the hell that thing is called. Primal Rayquaza? I don't know. Cubchoo is adorable. Like, Teddiursa is just a bear. Cubchoo is a polar bear with a icicle drip nose thing. Like, that's a really cute idea for a nice Pokemon. Right around Fampy, actually. These two are pretty comparable. And then with Blizzbear, or Beartic, it's basically Ursaring again, just wintry. Like, these almost look like the same like, this almost looks like a regional variant to Ursaring in a way. Like, if it had a circle on its chest, I wouldn't think anything of it. Like, they look like they're from the same Pokemon, so they're about the same. This Cryogonal? Yeah, Cryogonal. This one is an ice cube. It's basically the same as Bronzong, just slightly cooler. So, God, I'm stupid sometimes. Stunfisk. It's flat. That's what I gotta say about it. I don't know what else. I mean, it's okay. Right there. Its regional variant is better, but not by much. Just because there's that bit in Sun and Moon, Sun and Moon, where they, because that's the one it came from, where you're like exploring the cave and you like find Pokeballs on the ground, like that's how you find items in the game, and it might be one of those, and that's just a cool thing. Like, oh hey, this one is using active camouflage to try and eat children. Like, it makes it a little cooler. The design itself is still just kind of okay. It looks more like a bear trap with, like, the spikies. And that adds just more to the it wants to eat children thing. But, I don't know. It's still just a basic flat design to me. So, also the weird green leaves. I don't know. Next up, we got Mindfu. Mindfu, I think, is what they were trying to do with Onion Boy here. And Mindfu just works a lot better. Like, Mindfu's a solid B tier in my mind. Actually, right up here with these two boys. Mindshao, this looks like the ancient Chinese master of Kung Fu. Like, this guy will teach you how to wax on and wax off anytime. That sounded dirty. So, yeah, he's cooler looking than Mindfu. And he's actually right there with Hariyama. I think Hariyama looks a little cooler, but he's still pretty up there. So, Drudagon. It's spiky. It looks like it'll eat you and fuck you up, but that I don't know. It's okay at best. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't really work for me. Low C tier though. Like it's not it's right there with Skorupi, I'd say. Actually, right, Rhyhorn is probably a better comparison. Why are you down here? You're up there now. Actually no, you're right there with your other bug boys. These two look kind of comparable, and I kind of like how spiky it is, but at the same time, yeah. Golurk, right? Golett and then Golurk. Okay, that makes sense. These are kind of cool, like ancient statues coming to life. It's a fun idea, and I think Bronzong is comparable to that. This one gets higher up. Not quite with the other Ghost Boys in the upper A tier. Like, they don't get up here. Probably closer to these. Just because, like, it's a somewhat imaginative idea, but the design just, it looks more ground than Ghost, if that makes sense. And I would want it to be a little bit more Ghost. So, Pawniard. Aside from sounding like you're trying to just give up your yard to a pawn shop, Pawniard is a small little metal slice boy. I think I remember calling mine Genji because that was around the time I was playing Overwatch. I haven't played Overwatch in years. Or not years. Probably over a year. Either way. Ever since the Activision Blizzard shit went down, which I'm not talking about any of that, by the way. I might as well address it since I brought it up, and I'll put you right there next to Matang. I'm not talking about this right now. I have a whole video planned, more or less coming up with an idea for ideas for who Sony should take over as far as studio acquisitions go, and I feel like I'll have more to say in that video, and I'll hopefully have that out by the end of this week if I can get going fast enough here. But let's get back to the Pokemon because that's what we're here for. Then we got Bisharp. Bisharp looks cooler. Pawniard is okay. Bisharp looks like a Power Ranger villain, and I'd put him right next to Crocodile. Yeah, just in general, that's a cool pairing to me. Oh God. Bouffalant does a lot more than Tauros did to make it not just be bull. It gave it a fro, giant horns, the rings on the horns. Like, this thing is much cooler than just Tauros being a bull with multiple tails. Like, I'd say probably B tier, low B tier, really low B tier. Right next to you. I like you a little more. So yeah, that works out pretty well to me. Rufflet. Rufflet's a cute little vulture baby. Right next to Why Not, actually, in terms of how cute. Like, these two should be like baby Pokemon if they had more evolutions. But Braviary is Braviary getting a... Oh, it's getting a Hisu variant. Okay. Or Hisuian, or however you pronounce it. Regardless, it's about the same. Like, this looks like the most American Eagle thing you could have made. And ultimately, I like Rufflet a little bit more. I think I like a lot of these. About there. Actually, it's a little bit cooler than... A little less than Unfenz. Go that way. Thank you. We'll do that. That's how we'll solve that. I always forget that there's a fucking vulture with a bone diaper. Like, that's a silly design. That's cute. It's not the best, but it's adorable. Then you got the Buzzard, Mandibuzz. This looks like a freaking vulture. Like, this is a badass Pokemon. This is up there with Pidgeotto, I'd say. Pidgeotto's a little bit cooler, but that's definitely up there. We're gonna put you there just because birds. Heatmore. Heatmore. Fire Anteater. Cool idea. Like, if you're gonna have an Anteater, because like the whole thing is like it specifically evolved to go after Durant. And it uses the heat to, like, blast into the ant hole. And, yeah, like, these two, as far as a symbiotic relationship is concerned, that's a cool idea. And I want to reward that by putting them into the low B tier. I like it more than Combee. Durant, not as much. I think you're going to go into the C tier next to these other metal boys. Because it is just metal ant. There's not really much else there, so. Dino. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Dino. You're an okay little lad. You're probably a mid C tier. Right next to Cranidos. Your evolved form, Zweilous. Yeah, Zweilous is a little cooler. Just because it's got, like, the two heads, and it's just, like, one of them's like, hi, look at me! Definitely like that. Hydreigon, it's a little much. So, I think this one is definitely going to be dropping down below Dino. But still C tier. Probably right above Haxorus, or whatever this one's called. Yeah, I think that works. Larvistar and Volcarona. This one's got Corona in it. Larvista's okay. I mean, it's better than these guys, at least. I think it fits pretty snugly in there. And then this one's just kind of cool because it looks like it's a blossoming flower of fire. That's a neat idea. I like it about as much as Tangela. Like, that's pretty cool. That actually is a better comparison. And I like that comparison a little bit more. So we'll do that. Alright, now we get into like the 800 legendaries that this generation had for some reason. Cobalion. I'll be honest with y'all, I didn't like most of these. Like, Cobalion is just... some of these are just a little too much. Verizon. This is just literally named Virizion. Virizion. I always just called it Verizon. The only one I liked of these three was Terrakion. And even then, or Terrakion, or however the fuck you're supposed to pronounce it. And I think I like it right there. Next to like the Regia Ice and Regia Rock. Just it doesn't necessarily look like it would be a legendary in my mind. But it's kind of a cool just design overall, I'd say. Like it's a cool beast that you might run into. Tornadus, it's got this weird chicken form, and this is just hilarious. I honestly can't look at this and find it cool. Like, you go there. I'd honestly see same for this one, but I like it a little bit more than chicken. Actually, I like it. I like these both more than I like most of these basic ones, so probably right here would be better for those. And then the Landorus one, at least this one, like kind of like with Terrakion. Where'd you go? There you went. At least with Terrakion, like it's kind of cool looking. The four-legged version of this looks really cool, and I think it works. I actually kind of like that there. That works out really well, I'd say. They're just sort of cloud-sitting forms. They all kind of just look the same. Like, it's just slightly different colors. That's about it. They look more like gods, and I think that works out well. So I'd say these ones are at least high C tier. Probably up here with these ones. In what order, though? I think in this order. I like this one more just because of the coloration of it. Reshiram and Zekrom. These are just like the most dragon-looking legendaries they've made. They're kind of basic looking, but they're also not terrible. They're certainly better than just like making Dragonite again, for instance. But they're okay. I don't know. I like Zweilous more. I'll actually put you there. You're kind of cooler. Just, I don't know what it is. Like, I think the stubby arms on... Or it does... Oh, no, it's part of the wings. Okay. The fact that, Zekrom... The fact that Zekrom is named Zekrom, for one, that's kind of cool. And its design is just a little bit cooler. I'd probably put it more up here with you guys. So... Okay, then we got their weird... combination versions, which this list isn't even. Black Kyurem. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Well, Kyurem is the middle ground between the two, I'd say. Like, if he's here and he's here, then you're probably like right there. Yeah, because then you got White Kyurem, which is combining Kyurem and whatever. The white one. The Reshiram. That's what it was. I'll actually put them probably like there. And then this one I'll put next to Kyurem. Because I think that just Zekrom is the coolest one. And I think it might honestly just be the sleek black design and the arms with the wings and all of that. Like, that just works well for me. Keldeo has two designs. Like, they're both basically just My Little Pony. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just overall, I'd say. I think there for both of them, really. I like this one more because it's got like the weird blue horn and the slightly different hair tufts and all that stuff. Like, they're okay. Then we got Meloetta. These are really cute designs overall. Like, I like these ones way more than like Celebi and Jirachi. They're definitely some of the better like legendary designs, if you ask me. And I'd probably put them right up here above Groudon. I like the little red one more because it just looks a little more stylized. Like, This is one that's like just fantastic opera singer. This is the one where it's like the opera singer who's like, I want my hair done. Then we got Genesect to round out Gen 5. And Genesect is just too much. Genesect is cyborg bug. And I don't know. I never really liked it. It just looked like... This always was more of a Digimon to me. And I don't really know how to articulate what I mean by that. Other than... I could just see this being a Digimon. So... I think I like it a little bit more. This is the new D tier. Like, if these are the low end of C, this is... Yeah, I think that works out well for that for me. Alright, getting into Gen... What gen is this now? This is Gen 6, then we got 7, and then 8. We're getting close, folks. This is going to be... We've only been doing this for a little over an hour, so hey... I could probably get through the next 2 gens in pretty quick here. Let's see what we got. Chespin. I like Chespin. Chespin's kind of cute. Certainly more than Chikorita. I feel like Chikorita is my low end for the grass starters in a lot of ways. And I think I'll put you actually right here with the other 2 grass starters. Your evolutions... I just cannot get behind. Like, Quilladin, whatever, is... No, it's a beach ball. It's honestly down here with the other balls. Like, I get that it has spikes, I get all of that and stuff, but I don't know. Chestnut is certainly an improvement over that, but not quite up to this same level. I'd say it's probably up here with, like, these guys. Just because it looks like a chestnut. Fennekin is A tier. I know that might be my fire bias coming in, but it's not that much better than like... It's like right here. It's just a really cute little fox design. Its evolution with Braixen... That's a weird name. With Braixen, definitely falls into that Combuskin level of I don't care. So like right here with... I think I like it in that order right there for those 4. Delphox is back up to A, high B, I would say. Let's see. I think I like Moltres just a little bit more than Delphox. So yeah, this is like super Kitsune wizard that you have in like a long-standing D&D campaign, and somehow that works for a Pokemon. I don't know. Froakie. Froakie's adorable. Froakie is right up there with Squirtle. Easily one of my more favorite recent Pokemon designs. Frogadier, no, not as much. There's a lot I like more than you. You're right. You're part of this batch of middle evolutions. I'm sorry. Greninja is another high A tier, and I think it's actually right up here, almost S tier, not quite. Just because I feel like it's a little overhyped. Like, I like Greninja in Smash. I like Greninja to play as in the Pokemon games themselves. I just don't get behind it as much. Plus, you got Ash's Greninja here, and it's got like the cool red stripe and stuff. Ah, my light. It's got like the cool extra red stripe and all that stuff. So like this one will be probably right there in the high A tier above it, just because it does more to break itself from the traditional design, and somehow like Ash gets all these weird variants every now and then. So that's kind of cool. Next up we got Bunnelby. Baniri is better. Baniri is cuter. So where did I put Baniri? Baniri. Are you B, Baniri? Yeah, you're B. I think you're gonna be down here, honestly. And then you got your evolution that looks like it was eating poop. You're right there next to Bibarel. Fletchling is a really cute Birdo design. Where'd it go? Did I place it somewhere? No, okay. Fletchling is a really cute bird design. I'd say... Yeah, I'd say high B tier. A little bit above Kabuto. Its evolution... What? Oh, Fletchender. It's more of the same. It's a little worse. Not by much, but kind of like how with Pidgeotto going into Pidgeot, it gets just that little bit worse, but not by much. I like it probably better than... I like Pidgeotto just a little bit better, and that's entirely nostalgia, so I'm going to put that right there. Talonflame is a literal Firehawk, and that is excellent. That comes up here. I like it just a little less than Torchic, I think. Just because that was one of the Pokemon that helped me blast my way through X and Y, and its design is just really well done. It's a really cool Firehawk design, so I can't really complain. I can't complain about Scatterbug, because Scatterbug is... Oh, it's better than Caterpie, but not by much. You belong up here with these bugs, but not great. Spupa's interesting, because, like, it's about the same. It just looks like you wearing a coat. And then the fact that Vivillon has, like, 1,000 variants is kind of neat. Otherwise, it's just another butterfly Pokemon. It's not great, not huge. Like, it doesn't really stand out except in, like, new Pokemon Snap, where, like, it's kind of cool to see it, but I don't know. I like it just a little bit more than maybe Venomoth. So, yeah, that seems good to me. Litleo is adorable. Another one that goes right up there with Lillipup. I think I like Lillipup a little bit more. It's just a cute little cubby. Look at him. I do like how they gave it male and female variants, and then the male variant's just a full-on mane, and the female is just Pyroar or male rather is, I don't know. It's better than that, better than that, better than that. Right here. I do like the female one a little bit more. I think it's more because it's a little more rare, if memory serves, but at least that's how it feels in Pokemon Go. But yeah, just the swooping hair and just like lionesses are cool, man. Flabebe. Flabebe. I don't know, you're a little fairy on a flower, you go there. Floette is not much better. You're basically the same thing. Florges, that's a dramatic step up. Like, I was expecting like maybe a slightly bigger one of you with 2 flowers that you're like parasailing from or something, not drag queen. This is definitely one where it's like they went too far too quick. It almost feels like there should be a 3rd evolution and this should be the 4th one, so I think right here. Did I put Cherubi that low? I need to put Cherubi higher. It's just some cherries, but it's better than some of the things that have come up since. Go-Goat is a cute little goat. It's adorable, and I like it. About as much as Bouffalant. Same with... oh, no, that was Skidoo. Go-Goat is this one. And it loses something, but it's still about the same. So, Pancham is... I'm gonna just... Pancham is one of my favorites. This one is almost... This one is definitely gonna be a top A tier for me, if only because Pangoro is a high S tier. Like Pangoro, a Yakuza Panda, like holy shit. This one is a little bit of a like I mentioned at the beginning, like personal reason, because it's one of the first ones I got to fully level to level 100. But just the design is awesome. Like, you literally evolve Pancham by having a dark type Pokemon on your team because it needs a bad influence. Like, that's just, as far as design goes for like evolving a Pokemon, like Inkay is going to come up in a little bit and you had to like flip the DS. That was a little weird. Pangoro is just, hey, how about some cigarettes, kid? It's just, I love it. It's one of my favorite little things with Pokemon. Furfrou is next. And I like how you can like stylize Furfrou a bunch. You can give it all sorts of like different haircuts and colorations and things like that. Otherwise, it's just a dog. It looks fluffy. It looks cute. It's not anywhere near the same as Lillipup. No, it's not. I think it'll be B tier. And probably, I think I like Vulpix a little bit better. Ninetales loses me a bit more, but yeah, that looks good to me. Esper's weird as fuck. Just stares at you like it wants to kill you because it does. Its design is okay. Next to Weavile up in C tier. The female variant of Meowstic I like a lot more, and I kind of wish this was just the evolution. Because this looks like the kid, I like it a little bit more than Audino, but this just looks like the psychic kid who grew up and actually has some power to him. This looks like the little brother trying to cosplay or something. I don't know. It's not as great. I actually like Magnus Zone, and I like, yeah, that works. Honedge is great because it's just a sword. Like that is high, low B tier probably. Like it more than Sudowoodo because I use you to cut you down. It's at Doublades or Dualblade. Doublade. Doublade is just the same but with 2. It's not bad. Not very inspired. Aegislash is, I like both versions of it, but I think I like the one where it's holding the shield. Like, I like this one a little bit more. Like, they're about the same for me because they are the same. It's just they switch stances every turn. I like the one where it's holding the shield more instead of just being the shield. Like, what is it? Sheathed versus unsheathed. Unsheathed I like more. Spritzy. Spritzy is fine. Like, this is textbook fairy type looking thing. Like, it's a fairy. Probably next to Minxino. You disturb me. Go away. And like, I'm gonna look it up here, but I think it has a Pokemon or Pokedex entry. It's like, what is it? Its scent is so overpowering that unless a trainer happens to really enjoy the smell, he or she will have a hard time walking alongside it. Like, they literally made a Pokemon that represents people going to conventions and not showering. And it's gross. I don't like it. We got, what are you, Slurpuff? No, Slurpuff's here. Swirlix. Swirlix is cute. Like this, I bragged on the ice cream one before, but cotton candy one, it's a little cuter. It's dopey looking. So it gets points for that. I like you around where like Duramaka and Whisperer. That works for me. Your evolution does a little bit too much to try, so I think it's a little lower. Right about there, I would say. Okay, in K, this is one I was talking about where like you take your DS when it gets to the right level and literally just turn it upside down. A neat idea conceptually, just kind of clunky in execution. Inkay itself is kind of cute, but I don't know, something about it just not great. I'll put it right here. And then Malamar is just a lot to take in. You're right here with this other Deoxys. Just, you're a lot. You look like Ursula in The Little Mermaid and not as a compliment. Binacle. This is just Dweeble all over again for me. Except I like Dweeble more because Dweeble's at least a little cute. So I'll put this one. I'll put this one below a lot of these other ones. I'll put it probably like right here. Yeah, that works. And then this one at least is like Binacle or Barbacle. Barbaracle. Whatever. Barbaracle is at least dynamic in its design, whereas the other one is just like, we have a hand and another hand. I mean, it's got that too, but it just has so much more to it. And this is another one where it's like, where was the mid evolution? But I don't know. Binacle or Binacle is, you're right here with Druddigon. You're an improvement over this one because this one's just kind of a little basic. Skrelp. Skrelp is like a dried out horsey, and I think I actually kind of like them right next to each other as in terms of comparison because they're both basically just seahorses, so that works out. Then it is Dragalge, because I think it's supposed to be like algae. Another one where it's just too much. Another one should have had like a secondary evolution or something to make it like a little bit more wild and crazy fun. You're right here. I like Swoobat just a little bit more. Clauncher is cool, but it's basically trying to do what Kingler did, just a little too early, so you're probably a little higher than Kingler. You're right there, we'll say. Clawitzer, that's where you get me. Like, that's kind of cool. It's just a giant ass claw that like shoots scalding water. Like, that's really cool. That's a neat idea. We got Helioptile. Helioptile, that's what it was. Cute little guy. Nothing too bad about him. Mid C tier, probably better than Tentacool. I actually like you better than Yanma as well, so Talo. Yeah, we'll do that. Heliolisk is the lizard that decided to kill Wayne Knight in Jurassic Park. I forget the character's name. It's about the same. Not much of a difference, but yeah, they're about the same. Tyrunt is cute, like it's a cute little T-Rex, just kind of okay. I think I like you around here. Tyrantrum I like in the game to have. I don't necessarily like the design. It's a little bit too much for me. Like if it didn't have the beard and the flaying hair, that would be fine, but that's not what we got, so we gotta rank it like this, and I think it's about there. Yeah, because I put Tyrunt in the B tier. Yeah, that fits. Mid C tier for Tyrantrum. Aurora is about the same. Amora, that's what you are. You're about the same as Tyrunt. I like Tyrunt a little bit more just because you look like you're trying to lean too heavily into, oh, this one's the one for boys, this one's the one for girls. Like, it doesn't quite work out for me. At least your evolved form is better. Like, I think you're right on par. Like, this looks like a natural progression between Tyrunt and Tyrantrum, wherever there. There needs to be a third step, whereas with Aurorus and Amora, it looks fine to me. Like, that's the two-step for that. Sylveon is the best evolution. I don't care what any of you say. I'm putting it up here right next to Pangoro. Like, these are my two favorite Pokemon from X and Y. I am glad that they are here, and I love it. It's just adorable. Hawlucha is actually pretty cool, too. Not nearly S tier. I just like the Luchador Hawk. It's kind of cute. We'll put you right there. Skarmory's just because bird made of knives versus sumo or Luchador Hawk. Like, bird made of knives is going to win that fight, and I'm not even going to try and fight at that. Dano is the most discount Pikachu you can make. Discount D for discount. Like, It's okay. It looks cute, but I don't know. Like, this one feels like they tried the least to make a Pikachu clone. Carbink. Carbink is okay. It's about where Graveler is, I'd say. It's just... It doesn't do much for me, you know? I don't know. Sliggoo. No, this one's Goomy. Goomy is the first one. That's right. Goomy's okay. Sliggoo is a little bit better. Probably right up to here. But Goodra, I don't know what it is. Like, I think it's close to Dragonite almost. Which actually, yeah, putting it right there, I'd say that's apt. Like, they look like they're comparable, and I think it just works out really well that they're about the same. So, yeah, I think that works out fairly well for me. Klefki is a keyring. It's at least better than just a couple of gears. I'll give that. Like, when they first announced Klefki, I was one of the people who's just like, really, a fucking bunch of keys? But I don't know. Steel Fairy, it's a weird typing, and I think I'll put it like right there. I'd rather have a ball with magnets than a ring with keys, you know? If I want this, I'll play Kingdom Hearts. Phantump is adorable little ghost Pokemon. I'll probably put it next to Misdreavus. Like, Misdreavus is a little worse, I'd say. That's a cute little idea for that. Trevenant is terrifying as shit, and he definitely belongs up here in the high B tier, right next to these guys. Probably the best. I like Dusclops a little more, but I'll put it right there next to those because that's just an awesome take. Pumpkaboo looks okay. It's not terrible, not great. You're probably up there with where Ghastly is, right here. Yeah, that works. And then it's Gourgeist, like Gourd Poltergeist, kind of cute. You're a little bit better than that, but you're beaten out by a giant crab claw. Let's see, we got the things that sank the Titanic. Bergmite and Avalugg. They're okay. That's it. Like, they're kind of lower ranked, I'd say. This one's worse than Swinub, and this one's probably right there. Actually, a little worse than Carbink, just because this one looks like you just completely shut off the top of it, and it just does nothing for me. Noibat and Noivern are kind of like Woobat and Swoobat, only I like the evolution here. Like, this one's probably comparable to Woobat, so I'll find out where I put that one up higher. Where'd you go, little Woobat? Right here. I'll put that there, and then Noivern is honestly cooler. Like, as this almost looks like it wants to be a pseudo legendary, and I think it might be. I honestly don't know how people define pseudo legendaries, so I would probably put it right next to Darkrai in terms of overall design, because that's just a cool, like, bat dragon, and I like that. That somehow just works out well. Xerneas, not a bad legendary. Like, it's just a colorful deer, which ain't bad, like I said. Where did those Deerling evolutions go? So I'd probably put it just below those. There's the winter one. Yeah, here's the winter one. Alright, yeah, I'll put you right there as, like, comparable to that. Yveltal is personally one of my favorite designs for a legendary. I don't know if it would break S tier, so I think I'll put him right there. Yeah, we'll go right there with him. The 3 different versions of Zygarde, I like the dog the most. I know it's like the weakest and like 10% or whatever, but something about it is just funny to me. I like it a little less than the Mewtwo's. This one is just way too goddamn much. You're going down here with these guys. And then the weird little lizard form, that's another A tier. That's like Giratina level, I would personally say. Oh, I guess I like it more than... Actually, yeah, I do like that a little bit more than Dog. Dog is kind of funny, but that's about it. So that actually works out fairly well in my mind. Deoncé is a lot. And... like, it's... what are you? You're a mythical level Pokemon. And it gets a Mega Evolution? Like, okay, whatever. Deoncé's just okay in my mind. I think it's better than, like, some of these other rock ones here. I'd probably put it right there. Yeah, because I think I might actually want Lucario more than that. And then Mega Deoncé is just another one where it's like, Jesus Christ, why are you trying to do this much? Then we've got us Hoopa and another. These are both the same Pokemon? I thought this was an evolution to Hoopa. Oh, okay. So this is like Hoopa when it's restrained. This is Hoopa when it goes into a rage in D&D. I like the littler Hoopa more, just because the other one gets way too busy. And I think I'll put Little Hoopa probably next to Cresselia, because it looks like a cute little genie type thing, and I kind of like that. This one is a lot. It might honestly be right about here with these other ones. I think that's about where it would be. So, and then your Volcanian, yeah, Volcanian. This one got a whole movie, I think. So, I don't know. It's a lot, but it's not terrible. So we'll bump it up to right here with these guys, where it's a lot but not terrible. Then we've got Gen 7. Almost done, folks. Gen 7, Rowlet. I mean, come on. S tier. Perfect design. Even, I'm not huge on Dartrix, but even it is better than a lot of the other, like, grass-type mid-tier Pokemon. And I'm willing to at least bump it up to a B tier. Where would I put it, though? Probably here next to... a little bit. It's better than Wartortle by a little bit, but Munchlax just beats it. Then Decidueye is up there. Like, this one's pretty cool. I'd say probably Zora Arc beats it out just a little bit, but it beats out Ninetales. So we'll go with that. Litten. Litten is kind of cute. It's probably a B tier for me. I like it a little bit better than Shriko. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Terracat just looks like Garfield. Or Toracat, or however you pronounce it. And this one's definitely going to get bumped down to C tier. Probably, yeah, next to you guys. The other mid tiers, and then Magby. What can I say? I like me Incineroar. Incineroar's A tier. And the more I think about it, the more Typhlosion belongs up here too. Just because, like, these are all, like, the final evolutions, and they're all kind of cool. It's probably the weaker of the ones, but I like it a lot more than some of these other things, so. And we got Popplio, probably the best one of these three in terms of overall design. It's up there with, like, Sfeel and Wooper, in my opinion. Like, it's pretty high up. Brionne is the weird middle child that I'm not a huge fan of. Probably still B tier. Maybe B tier. Where's Hypno? Or next to Drowsy, I think works. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Connection lost for some reason there, so hopefully it's fixed now. Yeah, it looks okay. So, Primarina, I think I put Brion just next to Drowsy. I don't know if you saw that in B. Primarina goes up at least a bit. Right around Lapras, actually. Those are kind of comparable to me, so I'd say that works out pretty well. Then we got Pick-a-Peck. I like the name. The actual Pokemon's just kind of okay. Better than Starly, so at least it doesn't have at least the beak doesn't look like shit on the nose. It looks like it's an intentional coloration. So we'll go with this little woodpecker. Right with these guys. I like it better than the vulture baby, at least. This one is around the same, probably a little worse. So we got Pick-a-Peck. Where'd I put you? Pick-a-Peck, 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 Pick-a-Peck. I just put it down. There it is. I would probably put it down next to Swanna. And Toucanon is just a toucan. There's not really a lot of design thought. Like, it looks cool. Like, he looks like he's pissed all the time. But it's just a toucan. You know, they didn't really do much to really differentiate it outside of give it a weird beak and some slightly different feathers. So, you're probably going to just be a high C tier for me, unfortunately. Then we got this little shit stain. Young Goose and Gumshoes. I don't like either of these, honestly. They're... And not just because he looks like Trump. You're the low D tier, I would say. No, I like you more than Mr. Mime, at least. I'll put it there and there. Why not? I honestly don't care about those. This one's cute. It's better than, like, Caterpie and stuff like that. Better than Spinarak. So I'll at least put it right there. Like, it's a cute little grub bug. It's grubbin, actually. Charge-a-Bug is weird, but I oddly like it. It looks like a loaf of, like, green bread, but it kind of works. I like it more than Pichu, at least. And then Vikavolt is a lot, but it looks like a Zoid, and that's kind of cool. So I'll at least put it up in, like, the mid B tier. Probably next to these ones right there. No, I like Hariyama more. So... yeah, that works. Then we got Crab Brawler, right? Yeah, because Crab Brawler and Crabominal. Crab Brawler is kind of like Corphish to me, in a way. So I'll put it right next to that. They just kind of look very similar. Crabominable is definitely better of a evolution than Corphish is, because Corphish is just like, let's make Corphish again, but slightly more. So wherever I put that monstrosity, I put it down here. Okay, I'm good. Crabominable is probably right up here next to Duramaka. It's a lot, but or it's actually better than Magmar and Rapidash at least. Right there is a good fit for it, I would say. So yeah, we'll keep that like that. These ones, Oricorio, that's what it was. These ones are all kind of distinct and unique. The cheerleader one is the bottom one for me. I'll probably put it like above the balls. This one is supposed to be Sensu style. What is... does it give an explanation what each one is? Okay. Sensu style is okay. It's not much better than this, so I'll actually just put it right there. Then there's the, what are you type? The Pau style. This is more like the Hula. It's cuter. It's certainly better than the other ones, but I'd probably say not by a whole lot. I like it more than Geodude at least. This one is just the Bale Tango. Like, this one's just better. Like, it's overall just a lot better. So I would probably say mid B tier, actually, for this one. And leave it at that. But we're in the B tier. I can't just say these things and then not have an idea where I want it. Like, more new. Probably better than the Alola Rat. Yeah, that looks like it works for me because I like Electra. I can ride on, and yeah. You are Cutiefly, and you are really small. And you kind of remind me of Azumarill a little bit, but better. I'll put you actually right next to Oricorio because you're about the same for me. You're beautiful. Ribombee, that's what it was. Ribombee is cuter. And honestly, we'll put you right here next to whatever that one was. I can't remember the name. Rockruff is an easy A. Yes, Rockruff's an easy A. Rockruff is cuter than Lillipup. Fight me. Okay. Then it's like 3 evolved forms. Like, it gets... How come your dad or your mom let you have 3? Midday, dusk, and midnight. Like, midday's the weakest of the 3. Like, this one's a high B tier. It's still pretty dope. Like, I'd actually put it just a little bit below Mega Absol. The dusk form is at least a little cooler because it adds some color variation. So I'd probably put that at least right under Entei. But the midnight form, this werewolf looking motherfucker, this thing goes right up to A tier, just below Zoroark. Like, these two are comparable to me. Rockruff is still just that little bit better, so it works a little bit better for me. God, I have to scroll a lot now. We've got Wishiwashi by itself is just another like Tynamo and Remoraid and Linen and whatever. When it combines and becomes this giant form, this is a really cool idea. Like, just a swarm mentality. It makes an otherwise okay looking fish, but the idea that it's a swarm mentality brings it right up to there. So I like that one a lot more. Moraine and Toxapex. Now these ones are just kind of... These ones look weird as heck, but I like how it works because it looks like a toxic undersea urchin. And I'll put it better than like the Pearl. Why are you up here? You're like right there, actually. No, I like Deerling more. You're with these guys. I don't know why I put you so high. I like Toxapex more than Moraine. Actually, I like it more than some of these other ones. I'll put it with the other spiky boys. Yeah, that works. Just the little dangler. We got Mudbray, another small little pony. I don't know. It's a horse. It's okay. Right there with Keldeo. Mudsdale though, like, this is a triumph of a fucking horse. Like, this thing will run you over and not even care. Like, there were the what were they from, the night at the museum, the specific kind of Clydesdale or whatever that will only stop if you say like a thing, otherwise they'll run through whatever it takes. Like, this thing will fuck you up, and I love it. So I'm gonna, yeah, I like it more than fucking Galarian Rapidash. I almost like it more than Galarian Ponyta. Hell, it's up there. Like, Galarian Ponyta just barely edges it out because Galarian Ponyta is just so cute. But Mudsdale, oh my god, that is awesome. Dewpider. As far as a bug water type goes, it's certainly better than Surskit was. So I'll definitely have to put it higher than Surskit here. But I kind of like it a little bit more than even just that. Like, I like it like up here next to Mantine, because that just fits pretty well. Then you got this Arachnid. It's too much. Like, it drops back down to me for me. And I would probably say into the D tier. Like, right in there, probably. So, yeah, that's about where it's going to be. We got Fomantis. Fomantis is kind of cute, but not much more than, like, cottony. So, we'll do that. This one is another one where it's like, you're doing a lot. Like, I think it wanted to be like another Levanny or Levanny, but it didn't quite make the cut. So it's actually about right there with it. Honestly, they're about the same. Morlul. Cute little mushroom. Certainly better than Fungus, and probably even a Mungus, actually, just because it's a little more varied and doesn't rely on, like, the Pokeball design, which feels a little weird if you think about it. Like, that's how it naturally grew. But, honestly, it's just a little bit better than a Mungus. It's, Shinotic. It's a little better. Where'd I put Gloom? Did I put Gloom down here in the C tier? Where did I fucking put Gloom? Someone should make a search option with these so you can just like type in the name of the picture. Well, there's Oddish, and Oddish is below, or is above Gloom, so... There's Gloom. I like it a little less than Gloom. It just kind of looks like it's trying to be Gloom again. I don't know. That might just be me. Salandit. This is a cute little lizard guy. I kind of like him. He's probably a B tier. Yeah, definitely B tier right here between the original Farfetch'd and Nidorina. Salandit. Or Salazzle. Yeah. I like it. I'll put it next to Gardevoir because I'm like, do you really have to sexualize it? Like, why? It's a cool like lizard design overall. Just, it's weird that it goes as curvaceous as it does, you know? I don't know. Stuffle is adorable. Stuffle is another A tier for me. I think Stuffle is actually slightly cuter. Delibird gets knocked down a little bit now that I think about it. Stuffle is right there. But then Beware, you are an S tier. Just, this bear will hug you to death and not give a shit. It is great. I like it about as much as Snorlax, actually. Buizel's a little higher than those, so yeah. Beware is right up there with it. It's great. I love it. Then we have Bounsweet. You look like you're trying to be Cherubi again, and that's not terrible, but you know, it's okay. It just looks like the same Pokemon. The evolutions, Steenie and Serena, at least are different. Like, they look unique. They look like cool grass Pokemon, so I'll at least bump those ones up. Steenie, I don't know how high I would want to take it. It'd probably still be a high C tier, low B tier. Yeah, low B tier seems better fit, because it's better than like Metapod and stuff. Right up here, right next to Shaman. Serena looks like they tried to make Kim Kardashian into a Pokemon, but I don't care. Like, it kind of weirdly works. I know what I just said about Salazzle and like trying to make it curvaceous and stuff, but something about this one, like it looks like it's trying to be a pop star as opposed to just curvaceous lizard, you know? So I think it works a little bit better, and I think we're gonna put you right up here next to Leavanny. Like I kind of like how that works out there. Next up, we got Comfey. Comfey is just a ring of flowers. It's right there with Klefki, I'd say, honestly. Like, I get that it's supposed to be, like, the lei that you get in Hawaii. But, I don't know. I feel like they could have done something better with it. So, yeah. Then we got Oranguru. Oranguru I like more than Passimian. Passimian's not bad, but Oranguru just feels cooler to me. I honestly don't know how to explain it. So Oranguru, you're gonna be up in like high B tier probably, right next to Shiftry. I think these are actually kind of comparable. And then Passimian, you're gonna be probably closer to like lower B tier because you're still like it's still like a cool sort of monkey design. Actually, right next to Pansage. I like Pansage just a little bit more than you, so that'll work out. Wimpod. Wimpod's kind of cute, kind of cool, kind of fun. Not terribly great design though. I think I like it a little bit less, or a little bit more than Trubbish. Then you got this gigantic looking motherfucker, Galissopod. Like this is just, it's another one where it's like it's a bit much, but it works. So, where's Aggron? Is that up here? Yeah, Aggrons are here, and that I like it a little bit more than Aggron because it's like this just looks like a dinosaur. This looks like a bug that'll fuck you up, you know. Sandygast and Palossand. Is that really its name? Palossand, whatever. Sandygast is a cute idea for a ghost Pokemon. I'd probably put it up there with like Ghastly as far as like first ghost Pokemon go. Yeah, and then with Paula, it doesn't do much to really make it better. It's just like a slightly bigger sandcastle, so I don't know. I still like it more than Chikorita, so I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. Pyukumuku. The fact it's got like a weird giant hand that comes out, and like I love when that comes up in Smash just because it's so weird. I think this one's probably an A tier. Like it's the overall design is simple. If it didn't have the hand, it'd probably be closer to like a low B tier. Like simple design, still cute, but the giant hand thing helps elevate it at least a little bit more into like lower A tier. Like probably the low A tier because it's just that tiny bit cuter than Sentret. So Type Null, I don't like. It's too much. It's better than a lot of these Mega Evolutions, and honestly Silvally too. I get what they were trying to do with it. It's supposed to look like someone tried making a homogeny of a bunch of different Pokemon or whatever, but it just didn't look good. Like, I don't know. I just can't get behind these two personally. Minior, I like it more when it's exploding or whatever. So I'll probably put that like right here with like Reuniclus and stuff as like a really cute one. Otherwise, honestly, when it's just like dormant like this, it's basically just like Geodude. I'm not as much of a fan. Like, is that just a state that it's constantly in, or due to its shields down ability? Okay, depending on the current HP. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this meteor looking one at all. What are you named again? You're Komola, because you're like a koala bear and you're cute. You're probably up there with like Cubchoo, yeah, which is up here somewhere. Did I put it in B tier? I did, didn't I? Holy shit, I put you high up in B tier. You're not that high, koala, because you're basically just a koala with a log. I think Togepi's a little bit better, so I'll put you right there. Then we've got Turtonator. I like Heatran a little bit more, I'd say, because this one just looks a little bit busier. Like the back's kind of cool, but it's a little busy. Where'd I put Heatmore? I put Durant and C, and I put Heatmore up here and B here. So these two are kind of similar to me. Like, it almost looks like this is just an evolution of this in a way, but yeah, I think those are about the same. Like, it gets to a point where some designs just look like other designs, and it's hard to differentiate them. So, Togedemaru. This is the one that was sort of like Dedane. I'm just tired of these wannabes. Mimikyu is an S tier. Holy shit, it's a fucking S tier. I don't have to explain myself. Mimikyu is just a great idea for a design. And speaking of great ideas for designs, that's not one of them. I don't even want to say its name. It's Brooks-ish. Like, even the name sucks. This one was just, here, I drew a pastel fish. I think it's the mouth that's the worst part for me. Like, you gave it sexy lips. Why? I love Drampa. Drampa's a really cool dragon design. It's right up there with Dragonite, I'd say. Not quite as good as Dragonite. Probably of these three, it is the weaker one. I do like Pikachu more. And just let's just go down the list and see. That works. Yeah, I like it right there. That seems to work out okay. Delmise is a ship's wheel that came to life, and it's appropriately weird. It's a little bit much in certain ways, but I kind of think it fits alongside like these guys. So I'd say it fits about there. All right, so these ones are kind of cool dragon type designs because it's like they have the different plates and they're supposed to like clink off of one another, I think. It's the name that I never got behind. Like, this is Jongmo-o. Okay. It's cute. High B tier, definitely. But yeah, not much after that. So actually probably mid B tier, right next to Axew. I'd say these are about comparable. Then you get Hakamo'o, which, yeah, I mean, that's an appropriate mid step, and I'm glad that they have it. It's not better than Jongmo. I have to keep referencing the name because it's just so weird. Wow, I'm like putting it down further and further with each line that I look at. I like it a little less than Arceus. Hakamo or Komo-o. It's a bit much, but it's another one that kind of works. I'll put it up here, like just a little bit more, because it looks like a lot of like ancient Japanese plate armor, almost like samurai Japanese plate armor, and that's kind of cool. All right, now we got the Tapus, like the Island Guardians, and my favorite one is Tapu Lele. It's a cute design. I don't really have to explain more than that. I like it a little less than Slowbro, but it's still pretty cool. Tapu Koko would probably be the next one for me. Where'd it go? Damn it. So much. Stop hitting the button, me. Okay. Okay, it's not. I don't know if it's A tier. It's. I'm looking at some of the B tiers and I'm liking them more. So it's right here. That works out for me. The next one would be Tapu Fini. Actually, Tapu Fini and Tapu Buli are about the same, and they're just a little bit less than Tapu Koko. So Tapu Koko was up here. I'll put you right here. And Tapu Bulla, or Bulu. Bulla, Bulu, whatever. Is a little bit less than Feraligatr. Yeah, I like that. That works. Cosmog. Cosmog is cute as fuck. Cosmog is really cute. I'll put it with the other ghosts up here in the A. It's not a ghost, is it? No, it's just straight up psychic. But I don't know. I like it. It looks cute. Its evolution? No. This doesn't even look like a Pokemon. This just looks like a ornament. Honestly, it looks... Yeah, right there. That's fine. Solgaleo. What are these extra forms? What are you? Oh, this is the Radiant version, Radiant Sun version. Okay, I've never seen it before. It's another one that looks like a lot, so I'm just gonna put you right here. Kind of cool. This is just the same as that. I'm just gonna do that again. Okay. So Solgaleo, honestly, kind of cool design. Just a giant sun lion. I like it a little bit more than Giratina. I think I like Lugia a little bit more, Suicune a little bit more. Yeah, we'll put it right there. That seems to work out for me. That looks good. Then we've got Lunala. Pretty, I honestly comparable. Like, these are two very over the top and flashy designs, but I think for once I like both of them, both of the ones in a series about equally. Like, because you got, like, Ho-Oh and Lugia. I like Lugia way more. You got the 3 legendary dogs. Obviously, I like Suicune more, and then Entei a little bit more, less, and then Raikou much less. Like, where's Raikou even? Is Raikou down in C tier? No, Raikou's in B tier. Right here, yeah. But these two are, like, very comparable, so I'm good with it. Oh, right, the Ultra Beasts. I forget about these guys, because they're just so bland. Okay, Nihilego. Just, where's Jellicent? You go, like, you're slightly better than them. You're okay. Buzzwole. That's funny, that's cute. I like you, like, just a little bit more than Groudon. I'll admit that one's kind of fun. Pheromosa? What is with you? No, stop giving Pokemon curves. It's weird. Where's Mega Gardevoir? Because it's kind of like that. Okay design, but just kind of a little much, I'd say. Well, there's Gardevoir. I made Mega Gardevoir less, I believe. Mega Gardevoir is down here, right? Yes, so yeah, that's about comparable, I would say. So I'm okay with that. Circuitry? I get it. Circuitry. It's kind of cool. It's a bunch of wires, and you know, it's electric type, so it kind of works out. It is a little much, I would say, so I don't know if it gets up to B tier. High C tier, above Dopey Fish. What are you, Celesteela? You're a lot. You're going right here. I'm not dealing with you. Kartana. This is like the paper cut Pokemon or some shit, right? Where's Pawniard? Where'd I put you? Because it kind of reminds me of Pawniard. Pawniard right there. Yeah, that seems like a comparable thing to me. Guzzlord is gigantic and awesome. This is kind of cool. I'll probably put it next to Buzzwole. Buzzwole's a little bit better. Just for the name and the yeah. Like that's pretty fun. Necrozma. Oh, I guess I got these like Radiant versions or whatever. Are the Necrozma versions of these. What are you? Okay, Necrozma's kind of cool. It's kind of like Zekrom. Solga or Duskmane Necrozma, it's a little cool. Not quite as cool as Solgaleo, I would say. Probably brings it down to B tier and right there. And probably the same with, again, with Lunala. Or Dawn Wings Necrozma, whatever. Ultra Necrozma, I don't know, you kind of lose me with that. It's another one where it's like I'll put it here. It's a little much, I think. So it's not terrible, but it's not great either. Magearna, right? Yeah, Magearna. Why is there a Redcoats version? That's the original color? What? Magearna has a second form colored golden red known as original color. Why is the second one called original color? What? That's just weird and dumb naming. And they look basically the same otherwise. This is just... this is Magearna. And this is Magearna after they decided to do the paint job on the Iron Man armor. Okay, it's basic. It's fine. It's... I don't know. It could be better. So... here. And then I'll put the Iron Man variant right next to it. Because it's the same design. It's just slightly different colors. And I think I like the basic, like... for a gear type thing that it's going for, I would want it to look more machine colored. And I think that works out for me. So... that looks a little bit better. We'll keep it there. Then we have this thing. Marshadow. Why do you have two colors? Why do you have like a yokai looking? Zenith Marsh... what? Oh, is that from like a movie or something? Debuted as a major... okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Marshadow's... it's kind of cute. I don't know if I would call it like a mythical Pokemon. But they do, I guess, so... honestly, it's just kind of like... right around here with Ghastly for me, and same with the Zenith. The Zenith does look a little cooler, I will give it that, because it's got like... it looks more like a yokai. It looks more like a... something that you would see as like a Japanese folklore type thing to me. Whereas Marshadow just looks like, hey, I'm a shadow. Then we got this alien butt plug. Poipole? Its name is just Purple, really? Okay. Alien butt plug. You go... we'll go here. You're... right there with you. And then, what? That's not the thing I'm seeing at all. Okay. So this is more like... you're about the same. I think I like no, shit, wrong button. Please tell me I don't have to do all that again. Oh no, don't tell me I have to redo it all. If I have to redo it all, I'm just doing the last gen, and then I'll make like a copy of it later. Okay, no, I put it down. Whew. I would not have been happy. Next up is Stakataka. It's a mobile fortress. It's Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know. This doesn't need to be a Pokemon like that. It looks like that almost. What the... Blacephalon? Blacephalon? Sure, you're weird as hell. You're a lot to deal with. You go right here next to Mega Deontay and stay there. Zeraora. They just really don't want you to know these new Pokemon names. That is a fursuit. Look at this. That is just a fursuit. What the hell? Okay. Sure. It's a cool looking fursuit, I guess. Lucario. It looks like a Lucario. So I'm gonna put it next to Lucario. That's what we're gonna do with that. Melton and Melmetal. This was the one that premiered in Pokemon Go, wasn't it? When did it first? Of course, Ash has one. Yeah, I think it premiered in Pokemon Go. It's an okay design. It's a cute little guy. About there with Alolan Grimer. Melmetal, this guy will fuck you up. And I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. I'd probably put it up here actually next to Golurk because they almost look like they'd be the same kind of Pokemon. Like this almost looks like a regional variant for Golurk. So, hey, that works. And is this... that's a Gigantamax form? They made him taller and gave him longer legs. That's it. Okay. You're like less than regular milk. You don't do much to give me any reason to like you. So. Okay, then. And that's it for Gen 7. We are finally to Gen 8. This is Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I mentioned it at the end of the last stream where I started this list. But starting on Thursday, I'm going to be streaming regularly Tuesdays and Thursdays unless I'm sick or something comes up. But starting Thursday, I'm going to be doing the first Nuzlocke run I've ever done, and I'm going to be doing it in Pokemon Shield. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of probably most of these Pokemon in that, and we'll see how it all turns out from there. But I've attempted one or two in the past with Nuzlocks, but I either stopped halfway through or felt like I wanted to wait until I like streamed it or recorded it or whatever. And I've wanted to do a Nuzlocke for a while, so I figured, hell, why not? Pokemon Sword and Shield are the ones that are the most easily accessible in terms of the Pokemon games, because it's hard to get a lot of the other ones to record unless you have special devices. And I already played through Pokemon Sword. Like, that was the one that I got while Claude got Pokemon Shield. So I will be playing Pokemon Shield now that they're done with it, and doing my Nuzlocke in that. So you'll be able to hopefully join me for that on Thursday. But let's rank the Pokemon that are in the game for now. First up, we got Grookey. I kind of like Grookey's design. It's a high B tier, I would say. Just below Piplup. It's one of the better grass ones, I'd say. Like Bulbasaur, mostly nostalgia, keeps Bulbasaur that high as like as far as the grass starters go. But I would probably say Grookey's probably my favorite one next to Trico, which, yeah, Trico would be the next one that shows up as the grass starter. So, yeah, those are all pretty solid designs, I'd say. Your evolution with Thwackey, it just looks like an avocado with a chopstick in its head. I do not like Thwackey. Thwackey is... honestly, the mid-evolutions, with the exception of Raboot, are kind of gross for this evolution, or for this generation. So, you are honestly a high D tier. Rillaboom brings it right back up to a high B tier, though. Like, this is right next to Oranguru, I would say, which is right there. Like, these are how you make giant monkey Pokemon. Those are really cool. And then the Gigantamax gives him a fucking drum set. Like, that is... like, I think Rillaboom gets, like, a big, like, circle drum, I think, in the game is, like, part of his attacks, right? Like, it's supposed to be a drummer or whatever, but giving him a full-on drum set, like, I'd probably put that right next to the actual Rillaboom. Like, that's just kind of cool, so I'll take that. Then we got Scorbunny. Scorbunny is another fire starter that I really like, to the point where it probably overtakes these two. Honestly, I actually like it a little bit more than some of these other ones, so he's actually up here with Torchic. Like, Torchic's still better, I'd say, and Charmander is still the best one of... Charmander, Cyndaquil, Torchic, Scorbunny. Yeah, I like that. I like that order for the fire starters and where they're ranked, so that works out for me. Raboot is just that kid in gym class who would always do the Naruto run. Not bad. Certainly better than Thwacky, but probably closer to, like, Charmeleon, I would say, especially since it doesn't really help sell what eventually becomes Cinderace. Actually, Charmeleon is a little bit better, I'd say, so those breaks in. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Cinderace is I like Cinderace better than Scorbunny. Let's just do that. I don't know if I like it more than Torchic and all that, so we'll stay there. Cinderace's fucking Gigantamax evolution. Gigantically long flowing ears. Big ball of fire. That's it. That's all you need. And it just straight up works for it. So it'll go just a little... It'll go below all the other fire finales that are there and stuff, but it's still pretty good. Like, it's just, that's how you make a soccer ball playing rabbit and give him like an ultimate attack. Like, that's just funny. I like it. Sobble is really adorable, really cute. It's definitely mid between Scorbunny and Grookey for me. Probably right up here with Popplio in terms of overall, because it's like these two are cuter in my mind. These two are still really cute. So then you got whatever the fuck this one's called. It's evolution. Drizzle. Oh, even his name sucks. You're worse than Thwacky. Inteleon is kind of... Inteleon was initially like, really? You made just a skinny-ass lizard? It's grown on me a little bit. Like, it's a sniper, and that's just kind of funny. I'd probably put it in high B tier, just actually right next to Rillaboom. His fucking Gigantamax evolution. He doesn't even get giant. He like stays the same size and just makes a tower of water. That's fucking lame. Like, this is D tier easily. You could have done so much. You could have given him a giant ass gun. You could have done so many different things, but you just gave him a tower and called it a day. That's not that creative. Next up we got Squavette, another little chipmunk Pokemon. Cuter than Bidoof. Oh, God, I'm dumb. Where the hell is Bidoof on this list? Did I put Bidoof in the C tier? Probably should have, because Bidoof gets a bad rap. I'd put Bidoof in the B tier? Oh, okay, I'm fine with that. It's right here, actually, right next to Patrat. Yeah. It just works. Squavette is a Bethesda game. It just works. Greedent is a little better just because of how jolly he looks, but not by much, so I'll probably put him there. Like, it's not like, at least with Bidoof, its fucking evolution just isn't a horrible abomination. Let's see. Rookity is really cute. I'd probably put it next to Pidove. In fact, I will if I can find Pidove. Pidove, you go right there. Corvisquire goes up from there and is right next to Pidgeotto and Pidgeot. Like, it goes up quite a bit. Like, it's just a cool design. So, I'd put it right next to Murkrow, actually. I like the dark type birds, even though it's not actually a dark type. But Corvisquire, like, Skarmory is a bird made out of knives. Corvisquire is a bird made out of knives and hatred. Like, it's a crow made out of steel, and that's just awesome. I would probably honestly put that high up in A tier. Just above Yveltal. Marowak, like Alola version, just edges it out just because of the Firebone. But yeah, Corviknight is fucking great. I love Corviknight. Mega Corviknight, I mean, it's basically just a giant Corviknight. Like, here, I'll bring the picture over. It's just a giant Corviknight again with red accents and some weird red, like, drones following it. I don't know if I necessarily want to... I don't know if I like it anywhere near as much. I'd probably... It's probably a C tier just because I like the design so much and like it's just a bigger one of that. So we'll put it with the Blastoise one because like it's just a bigger version of that. Then we got Nerdbug. What are you called? Blitbug. It's all right. It's about a Caterpie, I'd say. Yeah, about a between a Weedle and a Caterpie. It's better than Wurmple at least. Dottler and Orbeetle I like probably more than I should, just because they're a little weirder. And I'll put Dottler up here with like Spinarak and Joltik. Orbeetle goes up to like where Ladybug is, which is I think a B tier Pokemon, because it's a cool design for a bug in general. Like I don't know, I just like it. I can't really explain what it is. It's like the dome head and the sharp angular beetle side of it. It's kind of cool. Where the hell did I put Ladybug? No, you know what? It goes here between Heracross and Venipede or Venipede or whatever the hell you're called. Okay. Nick and Thievul. Oh, there's a Orbeetle got a Gigantamax? It turns it into a UFO. Holy shit, that's kind of cool. I don't know if I like it more than the regular Orbeetle, but what? No, wrong one moved. Yeah, I think it's just let's see, Orbeetle is right in here, like right down there. I'll probably put this like right here. I like that more than Giggleth. I think I may have ranked Cresselia too high. The more I look at it, the less I like it. So I think I'm gonna move you down. You're still probably a B tier just because you're kind of cool, but I like you less than Flygon, so we'll stick you there for now. Nickit and Thievul. Nickit and Thievul are kind of cute. I don't know what else to say to that. They're kind of cute. I think I like Nickit a little more than Thievul. It's kind of like a Meowth Persian situation, but it's not as drastic of a difference, I would say. Nickit is definitely a higher B tier. I'll put you just below, or just above Purloin, I'd say. And then Thievul is up here, like near you, just below Salandit, whatever, Cellulite. Gossifleur and Eldegoss. Didn't Eldegoss get a Mega Evolution or something? I guess not. Oh no, I'm just thinking how it okay. Gossifleur, I mean, you're okay. You're like Flabébé. You're actually like right there with Flabébé and whatever, and this Cherubi, whatever. Eldegoss, like, I think they were trying to channel Whimsicott again and just couldn't quite get it. You're like another ball. That's all you are. Wooloo is A tier. Wooloo is the best sheep. Don't care what you say. It's slightly better than Swablu and Abomasnow. That's for sure. And then you really just dropped the ball with Dubwool. Like, you could have just made a fluffier Wooloo and I would have been happy, but This one really drops the ball for me, and it drops down to like a C tier. Probably right there. Yeah. We got Choodle. Choodle's kind of cute. I like the evolved form a little bit more, which is Dreadnought. So I'll put you at like a high C tier. You're just kind of okay. A little above Esper. Dreadnought is low B tier. Right. Actually, where's Wartortle here? Wartortle's in this, right? Yeah, I like it just a little more than Wartortle. So then you got Mega Dreadnought, which is just more of the. It's just it's big. This one's kind of like Blastoise, I think, for me. Mega Blast or Gigantamax Blastoise, where it's just big. So where the hell is Gigantamax Blastoise at? I just put something next to it, didn't I? It's lower than Machamp, I know that much. Where the hell did I put it? There it is, okay. Yeah, we'll go like that. Yamper! Cute little corgi puppy, I like you. You're cute. You're not quite A tier, you're not quite with Lillipup and Rockruff, but you're not like low B tier, you're I like you more than Chub Cheeks. I like you more than Victory Bell, actually, just that little bit extra. So the evolution is just yellowish dog. It's okay. So I think oh, excuse me. Yeah, you get bumped down to like Furfrou. That seems to work out for me. Roly-Coly. Cute name, okay design. You're like right there with Geodude, I'd say. Like a little bit better than Geodude, actually. Carkol, where it's just a minecart. Like that's kind of fun. That at least gets bumped up to a C tier with these boys. Torkoal or Colossal, like that one's a much higher one. That's like closer to Aggron and stuff like that, which I like it more than Aggron. And then Colossal got just huge with its Gigantamax, and that's what you want. Like it changes enough to look like a whole foundry as opposed to just like a mountain of burning coal. So that's kind of cool. Applin is adorable, and I really like it. I don't know if it's higher than a C tier or a low B tier. Let's go low B tier because I like it more than C dot. Then you got Flapple, which I like more than I probably normally would with something like this. It's just kind of funny how it like takes the husk of the apple and makes it into wings and stuff, and that's just kind of cool to me. I think I like it about where like this Mega Charizard is, actually. So we'll do that. I love Appleton. Appleton is a cute idea, like a baked apple pie little turtle dragon thing. That's really cute. I love it. It's good. We'll go with just above Mega Eevee here for Appleton. But then you get the fact, like, I don't know why they put 2 in here. It's the same thing, so I'm going to put one of these down here. But they both just kind of turn into the same Gigantamax form, where it kind of like tries to combine the two of them. And it doesn't really work, so it's right there with Inteleon. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Silicobra. Silicobra's nice. It's better than Ekans, at least. It's not quite to Seviper, so I'll say like low B tier. Probably right here, because I like Washer Rotom a little bit more. Sandaconda does a little bit more, and that's kind of cooler. but not nearly as much as I would hope. It just makes it look like it's longer, and then it wrapped itself around. So it's not worse. Actually, it's not worse. It's not better. It's about the same. It's it's a Gigantamax where it turns into a fucking snake tornado. That's cool. That is worthy of like a low A tier in my mind. Right above Venusaur, actually. A sandy snake tornado is just, it's a weird as hell thought process, but I love it. Then we have Barraskewda. Oh no, we've got Camarant first. I think this one gets a lot more love than it probably deserves, honestly. It's a fine looking like stork, but I think it gets a lot of love because it has that attack where it like dives underwater and comes out with a Pokemon, and sometimes that Pokemon can be like a Pikachu, and then it launches it at its opponent. It's a fun idea conceptually, but it's not really towards the design of the Pokemon. I would probably rank it low C tier in overall design. I like it a little bit more than either of the Orikoris, at least. So I'll do that there. Yeah, that seems fair to me. Aerocuda is kind of fun. Certainly a more unique fish Pokemon. It's up there in like mid C tier. Probably just above those, above Inkay. Right next to the turtle. Yeah, the other turtle. Aerocuda or Barraskewda. God, that's a weird name. Barraskewda is a B tier. Like it's a pissed fish and it knows it. It likes it. But where to put you? Just right there. That works. Toxel is a weird diaper baby, and not great. Toxel is okay at the very, very best, and I would put it. I might actually put it lower than Caterpie and Pidgey, and it's right here next to Poiple. But Toxicity, both of the variants are like sock and throw for me. They're like just slightly better than Mewtwo. I personally prefer the yellow variant of it. And that's just cool because it like strums the little things on its front to use like as a guitar, and that's a weird idea, and I like it. It's cool. Their Gigantamax form though, nah, you're going up there with like the big boy Blastoise. Where if I can find it again, right there. Yeah, it's it's a little much. Like if Toxicity were on all fours, it'd be one thing. I kind of wish this was just gigantic, like, Toxicity, as it were. Sizzlipede is... Or Sizzlipede. It's up there. It's better than some of the other, like, bug Pokemon. It's probably right here with, like, Paris and Trubbish. Its evolved form is Centiskorch, and it's just kind of a little bit more of the same, but a little cooler. Certainly cooler than those. So I'll put it up here next to like Magmortar and stuff. I like Magmortar just a little more. And then its Mega Evolution, or its Gigantamax form rather, gets bumped up to at least a B tier because it's like a gigantic form of it. And that's kind of cool. That's what you expect from my Gigantamax form. So I'll put it up here with like Heatmor and such. That seems to work for me. Clobbopus is really cute. And, where did I put Crab Brawler? I put it next to Corphish, right? Yeah, I think this actually works as a good comparison. No, I actually like Clobbopus better, so I'll put you up here in the B tier with, like, Trapinch, I'd say. And then your evolved form up there with Crab Brawler and Corphish. Yeah. I think that works. Sinistee, like it's a teacup. It's kind of cute. I don't know. I'm not huge on like the inanimate object ones, really. So I think it might be really low C tier. Right here under unknown. Poltegeist is kind of just a little bit... It's a better one, I'd say. C tier, definitely. Probably like a high C tier. Actually closer to mid. Probably just under Duramaka. And it's weird, weird should have been mid evolution. Hatena is just a small little blob. It almost looks like Bonsley? No, that's Happiny. That's what it almost looks like. Happiny, and I'd say it's about the same. Then you got Hatterem. Hatterem is kind of cute. You know, it kind of works out as a nice little upper evolution. Then you got Hatterene. What I tell you about adding curves to Pokemon, it's a little weird. So I think I'll do just like that. And then they just made a Mega Evolution where it's just Hatterene, but even bigger and slightly more thick. But it's okay because it just looks like the same thing. So that'll work for that. Then we have, getting closer to the end here, we got this little Impidimp. Impidimp. God, it's such a weird name. Not a great design overall, honestly. I think I like it a little less than Onion Boy and Onion Boy's evolution's bigger form. Morgrim is Marilyn Manson. A little bit better. So I'll put it at least up there. Then you got fucking Grimmsnarl, and this is just like a hellish beast. I kind of like it though. I'll actually put it like just above a Rhydon. Like this looks like a fairy tale monster, and it's great. It's Mega or I keep mixing it up. Gigantamax. There's just too many different forms. It's Gigantamax form. Doesn't really do much. I'll put it next to Inteleon. It's just slightly bigger, but all black, you know. Obstagoon is A tier. Like, as far as continuing Zigzagoon and Linoon go, Obstagoon is the best way to go forward with that, and that's just fucking great. I like it, like, right in here, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty close. That's a good one to go with. Same with Pawzerker. Or Perzerker, sorry. Perzerker's not quite as up there. I'd say he's probably like just below or just above Honchkrow. Or just above Honchkrow, yeah. Cursola. Making Corsola die and then evolve, like that's a fucked up thing to do. But I love it. Like it's dark as shit and great. So I think I'm gonna actually put it like up here with like these other ghosts that I have up here, because yeah, yeah, let's go with that. That one's pretty cool. Like I like it. That's cool. Sirfetch'd. Sirfetch'd is awesome. The Farfetch'd variant that thwacks with its club turns into this, and that's I like how they changed up Farfetch'd and made it cooler in a sense. Getting down to it, we got Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme doesn't freak me out as much as Mr. Mime does, so I'm willing to at least bump it up to like a C tier. Probably just below Rhyperior though, because like it's just okay at that point. This thing is just nah, not great. It like Sarcophagus was already great, and you just kind of ruined it. Milcery. It's a little blob. It's okay. At best. I'll put it with the balls. Alcremie looks delicious, so I'll put it next to Slurpuff. And its Gigantamax form is a little too much sugar for me, I think. So I'm going to put it down here next to the Corviknight and Dreadnought one. Phalanx is kind of cute. Like it's six or so of these in a row. It's kind of like Diglett in that regard. Only you don't have to get one to make 6. You just, you know, it's just, this is how it is. So I think I'm actually going to put it in the mid B tier next to Onyx, because that feels like a knight version of this with like its troops in order. I like it. It's cute. It's a cute little Pokemon. Perk Pincurchin, I feel like was trying to be Pyukumuku again. Didn't quite live up to the magic. This one's probably like right there with Pharaoh Seed and like mid C tier. High mid, but still mid. Same with Snoom or Snom or however you pronounce it. You're actually kind of closer to Goomy. Your evolution is a lot, but as far as a Snowmoth goes, I definitely like it more than Venomoth, which is right here. So I think I'll do like that. They're about comparable, I'd say. Stonechorner, what the hell are you? You're slightly better than like this, Like, it's a funny design. Like, it just harkens back to like, God, what is that? Stonehenge? But it didn't need to be a Pokemon. SQ is better when it has the blockhead. When it has the blockhead, it's a low B tier, like probably right there. Without the blockhead, this is honestly a D tier. It's just, it looks sad. It just makes me sad. This one I think was trying to be like Audino, but Audino didn't have as much love, so it didn't really do great. I guess Indeedee is its name. This one, they're supposed to look like Butler and Maid, but the Maid one looks a little cuter, so I'll definitely put it a little higher. It's mid C tier, I would probably say. Just above Prinplup, I would say. And you will be below Prinplup. And honestly, Frogadier and Grotle. Yeah, I like how that bookend's there. Morpeko, I like it more when he hangry. That's a low B tier next to Grimer. Otherwise, Morpeko is just another Pikachu knockoff, but at least it's kind of cuter than like... no, not really. It's about the same as these three. I'm just tired of them. Stop making Pikachu clones. You can't relive the magic. Alright, Qfont, Fanpy and Donphan just do so much better than these two. This guy is like way too much. I'm actually going to put him in like right here next to the Cloud Boys. Qfont's at least a little bit better. It's probably right up here. So I'll go with at least that. And then the Mega Evolution is just the wave up there with Kingler. There's just too much going on. The fossils. The fossils in this one is kind of a cute idea because it's like we don't know what they actually looked like. We found these two fossils together and just kind of made it work. And that's a fun idea. I just kind of wish there was a way to make like... I wish there was a way to make it so you could actually have like the original versions as well as these. Like you have the mismatch ones and then you have the ones they're originally supposed to go to. Because I don't think Dracavolt is supposed to go together like they think that it does, you know? Dracavolt's probably my favorite one of these, and that's like a high C tier above Cloud Boys. The Arctozolt is a little lower, probably like on the far end of that. These ones, I think it's the head that I can't get behind, and they're like D tier, high D tier for me. Both of them are about the same, so yeah, we'll go with that. Duraludon is pretty cool. I think it's probably up there with like Aggron and those. Probably a little higher, actually. Yeah, we'll put it just above Salamence. It's giant skyscraper version, the one that looks like the PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's better. Because that actually like sells the literal scale of it. So we'll put it up there. Then we got Dreepy. I like Dreepy the most of these. I like how they just like start launching them. That's kind of funny. Dreepy is the cutest one of them, and that's like a high B tier. Not just above, but just below Salamence. They get progressively worse with like Dracloak. The name is just weird as hell. Which I'll put next to Hakomo. I don't remember. And then you are basically about the same, just a little bit A little bit better, actually, now that I think about it, because like you got the dual chambers for the head. So I'll just do that. You got Zacian Naked, and then Zacian Armored, Zamazenta Naked, and Zamazenta Armored. The Naked variants are fine. Probably like right next to Raikou, actually, in like the B tier. Raikou was in B tier, wasn't he? Wasn't it? Yeah, okay, there he is. Like, those are probably comparable. I like the Zamazenta one a little bit more because it's got like that little bit more color, and the more hair adds a little extra something to it. So I'll put like, I like you more than Dick Ship. Its armored forms, those actually make it look like legendaries, and those are where I really like their designs a lot more. So those will get bumped up to like a high B tier. Probably like right here with Dialga. And again, I think I think for this one I like the sword one a little. I like Zacian a little bit more, so that's where he will be. Like that. Then you got Eternatus. Is that a Gigantamax? Eternamax. Ooh, it's got its own name. This is a very busy design. It's... Where did I put the... Where did I put those, like, Kyurem Light or whatever? Kyurem Light. Like, right in here. Like, this is too much. So... I like you more than... This might... Yeah, it's down here with these over the top things, and then you're even worse than that. So I don't get how Cubfu is considered a legendary, other than like they tell you it is. I feel like they've been getting tired of making like gigantic legendaries, and they're just like, yeah, let's make a cute one. Why not? It's okay. It looks just like it would be a fighting type Pokemon that you would find just regularly in the wild, you know? It doesn't feel like a legendary. It just feels like another fighting type. And then Urshifu feels like a legendary. Cubfu feels unnecessary. So I'm going to put Cubfu in like mid-C, just above Magearna. Urshifu, I like the one where he's on the leg. Like, I think that's water form? Or rapid strike form. Because then... Yeah, because this is the fighting water, and then the other one is fighting dark. I like the fighting water one a little bit more. I'll at least bump this up to like B tier above Zacian and Zamazenta. Probably up here above Kyogre. Or right around there, actually, yeah. And then the dark form goes right next to it. Then you got their Gigantamax versions, which are just slightly bigger versions, and they work. They're okay. They're a little less, so I think I'll put them on the other side of Kyogre. I still like the Rapid Strike one a little bit more. I just like the silhouette a bit more of it standing on one leg and being like that, so we'll do like that. Then we got whatever this thing is, Zarude. Yeah, you look like you're rude. You look like Grimmsnarl a little bit, and I kind of like that, so I'll put you next to Grimmsnarl a little higher. Regieleki. What the fuck? Regieleki. You're worse than the other Reggies by a lot. Where are the other Reggies? There are the other Reggies. You're worse than them. So I'm going to put you... I'm gonna put you down here. You're just a lot. Then there's Regidrago. It's a it's a little bit better than Regieleka or whatever. Regieleki. I'll put you above Toxel at least. Poiple. Yeah, we'll do that. Then there's... I'm going based on the Pokedex, not based on what's listed here. So, Glastrier. This is sort of like a Rapidash situation, but this is supposed to be a legendary. So, I'm going to just put you next to Rapidash, but lower. This Spectral one, or Spectrier actually, you're going up to the B tier at least. Like, this is kind of cool. Like, you're right here with them. That's a much cooler design if you ask me. Calyrex, and then Calyrex just riding. Calyrex is dumb. I don't care. Like, it's like Jumpluff but with a goat. And then it's the same thing for like these. It's just you're reminding me that it exists. And guess what? That's it. That's all the Pokemon. Holy hell. This took me 6 hours between the 2 videos. You know what? There's a couple of those ones announced for Pokemon Legends. Excuse me. There's a couple announced for Pokemon Legends on the thing, so I'm gonna look at those quick. Basculegion. Is this like a evolved? It's a Basque form Basculin, and that's Basculin was down here, right? Like in low C or high B or high D rather. Oh no, it's down here. Yeah, those at least look cooler. Like I'd probably put it up here with where'd I put Aerocuda? It looks like it kind of like how it's like Aerocuda, and that's kind of cool. Like that's a cool evolution. So Aerocuda is like right here. So yeah, it'd be mid C tier. I'm okay with that going there. Then we got Rhydeer. Oh, this is Stantler's evolution. Or yeah, this is Stantler's evolution. It doesn't do much, but that's enough to do it. Like Stantler looks ugly, if you ask me. Like look at Stantler. It looks like it's got shit for a nose. It's got a bubble butt. But this fixes that. Like, it's still got the little bubble butt or whatever and the shit for a nose. But it looks like a wizened old sage deep within the forest. Like, that looks cool. I like that. That's a nice evolution for it. And then Cleaver. My boy Scyther getting another evolution. I don't know if I like it more than Scizor. Like, Scizor is... Scyther and Scizor are both S tier in my mind. I would say I put Cleaver right next to Kabutops. Like, it is still pretty cool, but I don't know if I would put it up there. Like, this guy fucks. And I think there was something else that was getting... There's something else that was getting a Hisu variant, wasn't there, for regional form? There we go. So let's see... Volt? What? What? That's awesome! For like a Voltorb? Oh, okay. That goes up to like a B tier. That's like high B tier. That's like right up here next to Kabuto, probably. That's surprising. No, you know, it's still Voltorb. It's okay. I'm just... You know, it does enough to make it... to warrant at least a B tier. And I'd probably put it like... I'd probably put it mid tier. I'd probably put it next to Magikarp. Hisuian Growlithe is adorable. I love it, and that would probably be right up next to. Yeah, that'd probably be right up here next to the regular one, and I'm assuming they're gonna have a Hisuian Arcanine as well, but I'm not seeing it here. So Zerua, whatever. Looks pretty okay. It looks like a fun little ghost. I would probably have it a little lower than this, probably below like Quilava. Then you got Hisuian Zora Arc, which, holy hell, it looks diseased. This is like a yokai you don't want to fuck with. And I think that would be probably up here with... Where are my cool ghosts? Like here with my cool ghosts. Like, it'd be higher than the regular versions. And then Braviary... It looks just like Braviary normally, just with psychic energy instead. So, it's not bad. It's not great. I don't know. And, yeah. That's that. All the Pokemons ranked, except for this secondary Flapple, which I'm not going to bother putting in, because why? It's the same thing. I think, for me, what makes a great Pokemon design is something that looks cool and is instantly readable. Like, there's some of these designs are just way over the top. Some of them are just too simple. And some of them are just too much, or they take it one step too far. Like, the further up you get, you still see a lot of the simple designs. You still see a lot of those, but they start getting a little bit more understandable and recognizable. They start to look a little bit cooler. And when you get up to, like, the A tier, these are still some just, like, these are Pokemon. These are the ones that I think of when I think about, like, just kind of cool Pokemon designs. But the S tier, these are my favorite Pokemon. These are the ones that I love. They're the best Pokemon in my mind. Not just competitively or anything, just in general. The designs are cool for whatever reason. Like Charmander, simple design, fantastic looking little guy. I love him to death. Scyther, cool knife mantis. I've loved him since I was a kid. Oshawott is a little otter, and I love otters to death, and it's just very cute. Totodile is insane, so it fits well with what I like. The Black Mega Evolution Charizard I like more than regular Charizard, just because it does so much more to help differentiate it, to make it look like an awesome design. And the same goes for Pangoro. Honestly, I think I might put Pangoro just a little bit above it now that I'm kind of looking at it. But, like, a pissed off Panda Yakuza is just great. Sylveon is the best evolution, and not just because, like, Sylveon is just the best evolution because it's really cute. I'm going to be honest with you. It's just really cute. Mega Beedrill is scary as hell. Fat Pikachu Gigantamax and Long Cat Gigantamax Meowth. Awesome ideas for giving them, like, their gigantic forms. Hitmonlee is one of my favorite fighting types. Always has been. Buizel is also an otter, but I think Oshawott just did it a little bit better and was a lot cuter. Charizard is Charizard. Same with Snorlax. It's hard to go wrong with those. Beware. Beware is cute. Beware is fun. Beware will hug you to death, and that's awesome. Cyndaquil is adorable. I love its little snoot and its little happy Brock eyes. Vulpix has just always been really cute. It's one of those that I didn't really like when I was younger, but I kind of grew on me. Absol is just an awesome Pokemon. It's one of the ones that made me want to play whatever generation Absol is from. Generation 3? I don't know. Sneasel's awesome. Shinx is adorable. I love this spastic Meowth like they made. And then the regular Meowth is pretty cool as well. Umbreon was my favorite evolution for a long time until Sylveon came along. Ludicolo's crazy. Mimikyu is just a fun idea for like a ghost Pokemon who wants attention. Gengar is just a classic sort of ghost look. Scizor takes what makes Scyther great and makes it even more great by making it into a, or makes it not more great, but still great by making it into a metal bug. Tyranitar is a fucking kaiju. Like, this is Godzilla. Sableye's Mega Evolution. Like, Sableye's already pretty cute, pretty fun. But Sableye's Mega Evolution, where it's just like, this is mine. That's really cute. Rowlet's just perfect. Like, look at that. That's just an excellent design. And when it turns its head, like, yeah. Whimsicott is awesome. Zapdos, when it's like a Roadrunner, is awesome. Natu's awesome. Mega Metagross is awesome. And Aegislash is just awesome. Like, what I say about my favorite Pokemon is that they're all just really cool designs. They're really awesome. I love them. And they're the ones that whenever I think about Pokemon, other than like Eevee, Pikachu, the ones that everyone thinks about because of like the brand recognition, they're the ones that I think about first because they're some of my favorites. I love their designs. Some of them I've always loved because that's how I like grew up with Pokemon. And in general, I don't know. These are my favorite Pokemon. I will make like I'll probably print this or something, or I'll do like I'll save this image so that I can post it on Twitter. So if you didn't watch it all the way through, you can still see what I thought, and then yell at me from there, or feel free to yell at me on here if you want. But I think that is where, yeah, I mean, I've ranked all the Pokemon. That's where we're going to end things. I can't really do more because there's nothing more to do. So, starting on Thursday, we're going to start dipping into Pokemon Shield. And I'm going to do a Nuzlocke run. I don't really know how I'm going to do all of the stuff with it just yet, because there's like the wild area to consider. But that's a little ways into it, so I have a little bit of time. Figuring out how I'm going to deal with wild encounters, it's going to be interesting. So we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, I'm going to call this one here. You know, thank you all so much for watching. If you stuck around for the whole time, awesome. If you just popped in for a second, also cool. Thank you for even just stopping by. I'm going to be doing this every Tuesday and Thursday where I start streaming. Maybe I'll start getting into like themes of doing specific things on Thursdays or Tuesdays, and we'll see how it pans out. But for now, I might also do it on Twitch, like at the same time, see if I can try and get that going. But we'll see what happens. So thank you all for watching. Follow me on Twitter if you don't already at Valiant Attempt, at Valiant Attempt G. I post when I'm going live. I post silly responses to things I see. I talk about like upcoming videos and all of that stuff. So if you want to know more about the channel, if you want to see some of my stupid thoughts in the moment, follow me on Twitter. That's where I do a lot of that stuff. Otherwise, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where I upload all my videos, including my response to the Microsoft buyout of Activision Blizzard. That's going to be coming up there soon, and hopefully... Oh, hey, the lo-fi just ended. What perfect timing. Yeah, anyway, again, thank you all for watching, and I will see all of you either in the next live stream or the next video. Take care.